It's the Orioles on Masson as the O's return home to take on the Boston Red Sox in a 3-game set to open up this homestand. The Orioles after a very successful 4-1 road trip. The Orioles beat the Red Sox, swept them at Fenway in the only time these teams have met so far this season. Hi, everybody. I'm Gary Thorne. It is a something's got to give kind of series. The Red Sox come in second best at producing runs in the American League. The Orioles come in second best at stopping opponents from scoring. You know, in the course of a season, we talk about the numbers that may show you what teams are doing well and aren't. On-base percentage, OPS, starting pitchers, how many innings are they getting in? Take a look at the numbers and where the teams stand coming into tonight's play. Let me tell you, this is a hodgepodge that in the end shows you absolutely nothing. The on-base percentage of Boston and the OPS, they should be in first place. They're in last. The Yankees should be second. They're next to last. Boston, Baltimore should be last. They're first. Tampa Bay somewhere around third or fourth. They're second. And Toronto, fourth or last. They are third. Red Sox starters, they are last in the American League East in innings pitched. So the real standings look like this. The Orioles in first, Tampa Bay 2 out, Toronto, New York, and Boston. We showed you those numbers because we refer to them so often, Mike, when we're talking about the numbers that matter. Now, maybe in the course of a long year, in fact, probably they'll even out. But right now, those numbers don't tell us anything about the standings.
All right, they don't make too much sense, that's for sure. I think the second graph shows the most important thing, obviously the Orioles on top. Ultimately, through the course of the year, you would hope those numbers would increase because at the rate the Orioles are hitting home runs, the more guys they get on base, obviously the more runs they're going to score. But the key to their success this year has been the timely hitting late in the games and that bullpen keeping them in the games.
That bullpen has been the best in the American League and, in fact, of all of baseball for much of the season. Can they keep it up against a team that's red hot? The Red Sox have won 8 of their Baseball on Masson is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. And by Jeep. Jeep and the unique brand of freedom you'll find only in the full line of Jeep vehicles. Visit Jeep.com to learn more. Take a look at our train game time temperature. Overcast skies, chance of showers. They've been around all day. 75 degrees and wind blowing in from center to start the ball game. Visit train.com for an independent train comfort specialist dealer near you. It's hard to stop a train. Here's a look at the Red Sox lineup. It is brought to you by Dodge. Aviles, Pedroia, Ortiz, Gonzalez, Middlebrooks, Saltalamacchia, the two longest names hitting back-to-back in all of Major League Baseball history. Neva gets a start, Bird, and Lynn, yet another injury we'll talk about. Dustin Pedroia against the O's, big numbers. See your authorized Dodge dealer and experience a world of performance, design, and fuel efficiency. Schedule a test drive and go to Dodge.com. Check out their powerful lineup.
Well, here's tonight's AFCIA Intelligence Report on Tommy Hunter. Low in the zone. Missing up in the zone has been an issue for Tommy this year. For him to have success against the Red Sox lineup, he's got to pound the bottom of the zone and throw quality strikes. Spin Doctor. His breaking ball has been improving, and he threw more in his last start. Look for him to continue that trend and compete. One thing we have seen all year from Tommy Hunter is his competitive edge. He's going to give you everything he's got when he steps on the mound. Visit AFCIA.org, the Association for IT Pros.
Tommy Hunter, 25-year-old right-hander, is ready to go. Avila steps in. Will he hit another home run? No, he's not. That's going to end that streak of consecutive games in which he hit a leadoff homer. He is retired on one pitch as Andino puts it away, and Hunter's got the out.
Well, here's the Orioles defense tonight. The red-hot Xavier Avery in left field, Adam Jones in center, Nick Markakis in right field, Wilson Betterman at third, Hardy at short, Andino at second, Davis at first, and Matt Wieters back behind the plate.
That'll bring up Dustin Pedroia. Pedroia, just another real good season for him, and he will take the pitch for a strike. Season numbers: 301, 5 home runs, 18 RBIs, and moving all of those numbers up of late. He's been on base 20 of the last 21 games that he has appeared in, and as you might expect, he is third in the American League in number of pitches seen coming into the ballgame.
Well, he's a Red Sox spark plug, that's for sure. You know what you're going to get when he crosses the lines, an aggressive baseball player.
He will foul that one back. Now, he mentioned another injury to the Red Sox. They have found that Cody Ross, who had a foot foul ball, actually has a small broken bone in that foot. The discovery today after an MRI was taken. He is here. Bobby Valentine said he's dressed and in uniform, and a swing and a miss, and he got him. So Hunter gets the strikeout. Pedroia's gone, and there are 2 down.
Nice pitch right there by Tommy Hunter. A little cut fastball up and away. Get Pedroia swinging. Good start for Tommy Hunter.
And our Nissan pitch track. Get to a Nissan dealer. Great deals on an innovation that you can count on. Innovation for all. David Ortiz is going to slow this down. This is starting much too fast for the Red Sox. Hunter's got a groove here that he's entered early in the ball game, especially after Aviles went after that first pitch.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's kind of two different types of pitchers. Tommy Hunter's pretty good at maintaining a consistent tempo throughout the game. He likes to work fast, and Clay Buchholz is where he likes to take his time, compose himself.
I'm Mr. Slowly. Yeah, Ortiz, a 1-0 delivery to him, and that will be taken down low. David Ortiz leading all DHs in about every offensive category again. Good numbers versus Hunter, including 2 home runs and 5 RBIs, and he's 6 for 18. And Ortiz with a monster cut, and the count goes to 2-1.
Boy, pretty good pitch right here by Tommy Hunter. He threw a fastball down and away, and he throws this hard slider in underneath the hands of Ortiz. Ortiz known to be aggressive on that inside pitch, and that one's just a swing and a miss with that late life.
Got an 0 for 4 yesterday, and that'll be fouled away. Snapped a streak of 9 games in which he had reached base one way or the other. Tommy Hunter trying to get through with a real quick first inning, and Ortiz trying to prolong that a little bit. Maybe driving the baseball there. This is one of those where Ortiz will be going for the long ball, and the pitching coach will be keeping a very close eye on Hunter and his performance in this game. Throw against that shift is there by Andino, and a good start. Hunter retires the side in order. 1, 2, 3. Their starting lineup brought to you by Southwest Airlines. It'll be Avery, Hardy, and Markakis, Jones, Wieters, and Davis, Bettamy, Johnson, and Andito. Against the Red Sox, career numbers for Matt Wieters are very strong.
There's the AFC Intelligent Report on Clay Buchholz's command. It's been an issue this year with increased walk totals and more mistakes in the zone, hence that 7+ ERA. Velocity. In the past, Buchholz has been able to reach back and get up to 95, 96 miles per hour with his fastball. This year, it's been consistently in the low 90s. But run support, that's been a huge help for him. With an elevated ERA like that, he's getting over 9 runs per game from that Red Sox lineup.
Isn't that unbelievable? By far and away the most runs for a starter per game when he pitches. Wow. There you see the numbers. He's been hit hard. And here is Avery. 3-game hit streak. Xavier Avery first ball hitting. Boy, these guys came to swing the bat tonight. Both teams. That'll go to short. That's Aviles who's got it.
There's the Red Sox defense tonight. Daniel Nava in left field. Marlon Byrd in center. Lynn in right. We have Michael Aviles at shortstop, Dustin Pedroia at second, Middlebrooks over at third base, Gonzalez at first, and Saltalamacchia doing the catching.
J.J. Hardy. Hardy had the big series, of course, at Fenway Park. 6 for 18, 2 home runs, 2 RBIs in that series where the Orioles swept the Red Sox, including those long games, extra inning ball games, a couple of them. Hardy, lifetime against Buchholz, 3 for 3 with 2 home runs. And the pitch will be taken for a ball, 1 ball, 1 strike count. You got 2 pitchers in the game who are tied for second in the American League, or third rather, in most home runs surrendered. Buchholz has given up 10. Hunter has given up 10. Here's the 1-1 and a breaking ball and a good one, and an off-speed pitch that time, 1-2.
Pretty tight breaking ball. Even though his velocity's been down, he still has pretty good off-speed stuff. That sharp biting breaking ball right there.
He's been working on the changeup. Here's the 1-2 delivery and got him to go after it. Gets a strikeout.
Boy, another nasty pitch. J.J. Hardy saw the big breaking ball for a strike just before that, and that one down and away. Great location with that tight spinning breaking ball. Where's the strikeout decline for Clay Buchholz last year? Obviously up at 17%. This year down to 12%. And that might have something to do with his velocity being down and obviously inconsistent around the plate with as many walks as he's had, almost 5 per game.
Remember, he is coming off a season. He missed a good deal of it last year. He only had 14 starts, a stress fracture in his lumbar spine. It kept him up for virtually the entire second half of the season. He went on the DL June 19 and never came back. He dressed for the last game of the year against the Orioles, but he did not play. So he's really on a comeback trail, and part of that is shown right here.
Right, exactly. Here is the obviously the graph on his declining fastball velocity. Back in 2010, probably considered one of the best pitchers in the game, and slowly but surely there has been a consistent decline.
Here is Nick Markakis at the plate. Markakis comes in with a 5-game hit streak, as he has indeed started to turn it up. 257. Now has 9 doubles and 8 home runs. Markakis 1 for 14 though against Boston in that 3-game series. Amazing the Orioles would sweep those 3 with Markakis not hitting. Byrd a late jump, but plenty of time to get under it. That wind's blowing in a little bit. Is going to hold up some of those fly balls. So both pitchers start up, retiring the side 1-2-3, no score after 1. Call for the Luna Double and get your second room of flooring free. 877-241-LUNA. The Orioles coming in 27-15. They have the best record in the American League, second best in the majors, only to the Dodgers, who have won one more game. The Orioles are 2 games up on Tampa Bay despite the loss yesterday. Buck Showalter's ball club coming away with that 4-1 mark on the road trip. Red Sox come in having won their last 2 ball games against Philadelphia. 8-2 the last 10 for Boston, 7-3 the last 10 for the Orioles. Tommy Hunter against Gonzalez against the shift to bunt. It's Hunter or nobody, and it's Hunter. Oh, nice play.
Woo. Tommy Hunter, known for being a great athlete out there. And boy, he shows that he's well aware of the shift as a pitcher. As soon as he sees that Gonzalez square, he bounces off, barehand play, and throws a strike to Chris Davis at first. Boy, what an athletic play.
Great play by Hunter. I just don't get it, though. I got to tell you, Mike, why in God's name would Adrian Gonzalez be bunting in his first time up in a scoreless game since he's finally started to hit some home runs? Why?
Well, finally started to hit some home runs, and he's had great career success against the Orioles.
I don't get
it. Lifetime .421. You think you'd be comfortable enough at playing against the Orioles with numbers like that to stand up there and swing it.
I mean, I know you want to get on, but this ball club is second in average, second in runs. They're going to pump some baseballs around. Why would you bunt? Wow. 1-1 delivery, Middlebrooks. That'll go to short. Hardy's got it. And Middlebrooks is retired on the ground ball up. 2 quick outs here. Our Maryland Lottery strike and rich contestant of the game, Brad Roberts from Sykesville. Brad has already won $500, and for every strikeout the Orioles pick up during the game, you win $100 more from the Maryland Lottery. See how you can turn non-winning strike and rich scratch-offs into cash. Enter to win great Oriole prizes. Just go to mdlottery.com/strikeitrich. Hunter, a pronounced ground ball pitcher, has gotten 3 in a row, including that bunt by Gonzalez. His Saltalamacchia, the catcher, out of 2 for 10 against the Orioles in that 3-game set in Boston. He's become one of their hottest hitters. Bobby Valentine said, was asked before the game today, you going to keep that hot hitting catcher in, or are you going to keep moving people around? He just smiled. And here's Saltalamacchia, and a foul ball. Saltalamacchia got a 3-run homer off Cliff Lee yesterday. He's had 2 home runs in the last 2 ball games. 17 of the 29 hits he's put up have been for extra bases. And right now, he's had 4 hits in his last 8 at bats. He'll pump that one foul. I'll tell you one thing, the Red Sox didn't come out with an offensive attack based on taking pitches.
No. They've been swinging it, other than Gonzalez laying down the bunt.
I mean, they are, it's like they can't get to the plate fast enough to swing their bat. Tommy Hunter will take that so long as he's got that location within the strike zone, or they're willing to go after stuff like that. Wow. 2 strikeouts in the ball game, 6 in a row, retired by Hunter. And when we come back, the Oriole middle of the lineup with Jones, Wieters, and Davis coming up. Top can for a smoother pour. It's not just a good time, it's Miller time. Well, the weather holds up the way it is right now. It's a great night for baseball.
Sure is.
A lot of rain around the area, but crowd on hand here wanting to see these two teams. Red Sox trying to get back into the race. They are 6.5 out. Last time they were 500, they were 11-11. They are 20-21 coming into the ball game. The Orioles last year at this time were 19-23. They are 27-15. A dramatic swing. And here's Adam Jones, one of the reasons. Bidding for a spot in Kansas City on the All-Star team. 12-game hit streak. Buckholz delivery to it, and that's going to be taken on the outside corner for a strike. And it's not just a streak. It's a powerful one. 353, 6 homers, 12 RBIs. Continued that against the Nationals with a long ball. Adam Jones in the cleanup spot. A question in spring training and the start of the year who was going to hit cleanup for the Orioles. It is not a question anymore. The 0-1 scooped away 1-1.
He definitely took charge of that. Felt comfortable. You could tell in spring training how comfortable he was feeling there, and carried over right into the season and hasn't stopped. Just been on a tear since day one. He's had 3 hitting streaks now of over 10 games, 2 at 10 games, and this one now at 12.
Here's the 1-1 delivery to him. That's going to go to second base. Pedroia. Jones is retired. 1 down, second inning. Wieters and Davis to follow. Matt Wieters struggling a little bit right now. 4 for his last 40, covering a 10-game span. He did not have a hit on the 5-game road trip. Went 0 for 16. Like Showalter was talking about it before the game with the press. Asked about, do you think it's because, you start getting into the season, you're catching a lot, that maybe that starts catching up to you already as a catcher? And Showalter wasn't going to say that, but he did say it always amazes him when any catcher is able to produce offensively in a lineup. He said, it just amazes me with what they go through catching, the toll it takes on your body to be able to contribute as well as a strong offensive player. He says, I don't know how they do it. 0-1 taken down low.
Well, we've witnessed Matt Wieters catch some really long extra inning games, and we've seen him take a bunch of foul balls off his body. So definitely getting beat up. He's been trying to keep this pitching staff rolling. The guys love to throw to him, so it's a plus for him to be behind the plate. But you just hope he doesn't get worn out back there.
Inside out swing. That's the third baseman. Middlebrooks is playing short as they have the shift on. And there are 2 down. Speaking of getting dinged up, the Red Sox lineup came out very late this afternoon because Ryan Sweeney took a test this afternoon regarding a concussion problem he's got. The test is given online by Major League Baseball, and Bobby Valentine did not get the results until after 5 o'clock, and about 4:45 he said, I'm not waiting any longer, I got to put a lineup out. So he says whatever it comes back as, Ryan Sweeney's not going to be in it. Lynn gets the start in right field, and the report came after the lineup on Ryan Sweeney. So there is Lynn getting the start. He was just called up a couple of days ago and is in right field. I was talking to Mike about that before the game. Chris Davis in. Big cut on a changeup. I didn't realize Major League Baseball now has to clear those who go in who have concussion problems. That's to be cleared by MLB.
Right. There's like a 7-day period.
Yeah.
You get tested online, and then it gets submitted to Major League Baseball, and they review it. Their doctors check it out and make sure everything's okay.
Yeah, and until that's done, you can't play. It's not up to the teams or team doctors. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Chris Davis, an 0 for 4. Lifetime off Buckholz, but Davis has got the bat cranked up again. 7 for 16 on the trip, hitting .438 in the last 5 ball games for the Orioles first baseman. Here's the 1-2 delivery on the way, and that'll be taken away. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I think it's great that Major League Baseball obviously recognizes the problems with head injuries, and at least they've taken some steps and acknowledging that and finding out more about it and keeping the players safe.
It's a great idea. I agree, Mike. 2-2 delivery on the way, and a ground ball again. Gonzalez will move off the bag. Buckles will cover, and another ground ball out. So early on, first couple of innings, it's the pitchers in charge of this ball game. No score. Acura Advance by Blimpie, America's Sub Shop, and by your Baltimore BMW centers. The pretzels. The pretzels. Tommy Hunter's making his second appearance against the Red Sox. He too is in the 17-inning affair. He was non-decision, gave up 5 runs, 8 hits, in just 4 1/3 innings. And it was after that ball game that Tommy Hunter was sent down, but never really got sent down. Officially on the roster he was, but he never left. And because of injuries, all of a sudden he's back.
He is back.
Has solidified his spot a bit.
Done a pretty good job as well. I mean, the 6 starts prior to us being somewhat sent down. Obviously 5-0 or a 5 ERA, and he's made some improvements his last couple starts, but he has pitched in a couple extra inning ball games. That one in Boston and then in Kansas City. He was part of that 15-inning affair when he threw 7 innings and the bullpen threw 8 innings.
Non-decision in that one, obviously. He gave up only 2 runs, 7 hits in that last start against Kansas City. Daniel Neva, and will take the pitch down low. Neva getting the start in left field. Neva did not play against the Orioles in the series at Fenway Park. He has faced Hunter, 1 for 2 against him. Neva here in Baltimore, this ballpark, only a couple of games. Hunter's pitch is in there for a strike, and it goes to 2-2. Tommy Hunter, 2 starts against Texas and Kansas City since that not good outing against Boston. Those 2 outings decent, especially that last one to Kansas City. So his spot back on for the Orioles in the rotation. That's going to be a base hit into center field. The leadoff single here in the 3rd inning. First hit of the ball game. Neva's got it. Orioles Red Sox continue their 3-game series tomorrow, 7:05, Ollie's Bargain Night, presented by Ollie's Bargain Outlet. Every Tuesday home game, all upper reserve seats, $9 in advance, $10 game day. So come on out, support the first place O's, an affordable night at Camden Yards. Just go to Orioles.com. Setting sun coming through. Here is Marlon Byrd. Byrd getting the start in center. Bird's got a 9-game hit streak coming into this ball game. He's really giving them some needed thump. There goes the runner. Hit and run was on, and it is fouled. Neva, who's got good speed, taking off.
Well, Bobby Valentine in spring training had really kind of pushed the envelope and told his team that they were going to be more aggressive. They attempted a lot of stolen bases in the spring, and here you see it, an attempted hit and run.
Wieters has thrown out 38% of base stealers. Red Sox are only 13 out of 23 in stealing bases. Of course, they don't have their best base stealer, Jacoby Ellsbury, because of an injury. And a 2-strike count on Bird. I mean, it's really take a look.
Chase that high fastball up in the zone, and maybe he still thought the hit and run was on.
Really amazing. The Red Sox now, if in fact tomorrow Cody Ross goes on the DL, they are going to have 6 outfielders on the disabled list at the same time. Here's the 0-2 delivery. That's why the outfield tonight is Neva, Bird, and Lynn. I mean, who'd have thought that would be a Red Sox outfield during this season? Well,
it's unfortunate that there are injuries, but every team has to go through that, and it's how they handle them. They have to dig down into their minor league system and hope that the players they bring up are able to contribute.
Bird, he'll take that one towards right center field. He got a lot of that. Going back, Markakis not going to get to it, and it's a ground rule double, and for the moment will save a run. So Bird's got a 10-game hit streak, and the first 2 Red Sox in the 3rd inning are on the leading 114th double hit by the Red Sox this year.
Well, Hunter got ahead and left another pitch up in the zone. Bird, of course, chased the pitch out of the zone up, but was able to get the good part of the bat on that one. We had talked about it earlier. Tommy Hunter needing to work down, keep this Red Sox lineup in check, and here recently, last 2 hitters anyway, both balls they've hit have been strikes up in the zone.
And here is Lynn. Shayshawn Lynn, called up because of all the injuries, came up yesterday, 2nd major league stint. He was also with the ball club early in April, but only for a couple of days. Outstanding defensive player in his minor league career, twice the minor league defensive player of the year in the Red Sox organization. He is an outfielder, and the Red Sox had not expected to bring him up quite this early, but they had no other choice. And he's got 2 in scoring position. Nobody out. Lynn has had no at-bats officially this year. Has played in a couple of games, and each time has been a defensive replacement. He had good numbers in AAA this season, 36 games, 7 doubles, 2 home runs, 16 RBIs. Here's the 0-2 delivery. Hunter just misses inside. Wanted the call, didn't get it. 1-2.
Well, that was a really good pitch right there. Tommy Hunter is really familiar with the strike zone, loves to throw strikes. Pitch check shows it's a little bit off the plate in, but I know Matt Wieters talked to the umpire about that call.
The ones you'd like to pick up. 1 ball, 2 strike count, Lynn. And that one will be down low. And the count goes to 2-2. The Red Sox. Daniel Neva's on at 3rd base. He had a single. Bird the double. He's on at 2nd. 23-year-old Lynn getting a chance at an RBI. He has none in the majors. Looking for his first major league hit. 2-2 delivery down to 3rd base. Runner's got to stay. Bettamy takes the easy toss over to 1st, and Lynn is retired.
A great pitch right there by Tommy Hunter. He was pounding the zone in. He made 3 quality pitches right there and induced that ground ball to Wilson Bettamy at 3rd base. When you get runners at 3rd, boy, that's what you're hoping for as a pitcher. Pound it in, ground balls to 3rd, that runner won't be able to score.
There's one of the outs he needed. Runners stay where they are. Jerry Royster, 3rd base coach, talking to Neva. Here's Mike Aviles, the shortstop. Popped out his first time up. Saw only 1 pitch from Hunter. He's 2 for 10 against him. And the pitch is taken inside for a ball. Aviles is just having a great year, both defensively and offensively. Runner in scoring position numbers way up there at 378. His overall 274 average. Runners off 2nd and 3rd. And the 1-0 delivery. And that one's fouled right at the plate, and that may have got a piece of him on the way down. 1-1.
Another moving fastball down and in. Very effective pitch. Late movement. Fouls it off. It's like the inside of his foot bounced up and catches him in the back of the calf. Doesn't feel very good.
1 ball, 1 strike count. And Aviles a shot up the middle. Neva will score. Bird will be held. Jones gets it into the cutoff man. And Aviles continues his giddy-up go on offense. The RBI base hit gives the Red Sox a 1-0 lead. His 28th run batted in.
Well, Tommy just left that one over the middle of the plate. And Villas knew what to do with it. Stayed hard to the middle. And a base hit to score the first run of the game.
So the runners at first and third now, still only 1 away. And that will bring up Dustin Pedroia. Pedroia, a strikeout victim, his first time up. Doesn't happen a lot to Pedroia. Only the 23rd time he has struck out this year. And the pitch will be taken for a strike. Another run producer and run scorer in his time, of course, with the Red Sox. 316 with runners in scoring position this year. The team as a whole came in hitting .299 with runners in scoring position, the second best number in the American League. Way up high and away, snagged by Wieters, and a 1 ball 1 strike count.
Aviles runs pretty well over there. He's got 5 stolen bases with the Red Sox this year.
And after a couple of very quick innings, 6 in a row, retired. The 20th pitch of the 3rd inning is coming up for Tommy Hunter. Pedroia chases one, and I mean chases one. A ball and 2 strikes.
Well, that ball just took off. Great pitch. Great play as well by Matt Wieters, because the late movement at the end just darts away. Pedroia thought it was going to stay there on the outer edge of the plate, and that ball just took off.
Pedroia's got a 19-game hit streak going against the Orioles. He's been a very tough out for everybody. Here's the 1-2 delivery, and Wieters makes the nice stop. Went there again to see if he'd try it one more time. Pedroia did not swing, and the count goes to 2-2. Tommy Hunter against the Red Sox, 7 career starts prior to this one, 2-1, an ERA of over 7 in those games. However, Hunter comes in with a 28-18 career record. Aviles off first base. He hasn't made an attempt to go. Bird is over there at third. Just to make sure. There's not been a stolen base against Hunter on the mound. Only 2 attempts, both unsuccessful this year. And Aviles hasn't walked off any kind of a particularly big lead over there. He's 5 out of 8 stealing bases. 2-2 delivery on the way. Pedroia will foul that one away.
Well, Pedroia is pretty aware of his own strike zone, and he knows anything close in that box, he does not get cheated. Even with 2 strikes, that's a pretty aggressive hack right there.
Have you ever seen him take a soft swing?
No.
I don't think ever.
Well, when you're comfortable and you know your own strike zone, you can be that way, and veteran major leaguers do that.
In the air, runner will tag. Marquez coming in, not that deep anymore. Here's the throw, runner coming. Wieters will not get there. A sacrifice fly. Bird scores. Pedroia gets the RBI, and the Red Sox have a 2-0 lead.
Well, Marquez gets under this ball, creates some momentum to the target. But just had a little bit of fade on it at the end. Took Wieters up the first base side, and Bird able to slide in safely.
And why is Aviles still on first base?
Well, Chris Davis really gave him a pretty good deke. You know, outfielders are taught to throw the ball through the cutoff man, especially when there are guys on base, to hold them in that position. I think if Aviles saw that ball a little bit higher, he probably would have gone. But Davis gave him a good deke, and Marquez made a pretty good throw.
Good job. Keeps him at first. David Ortiz. Shift is on. Foul back. Ortiz grounded out his first time up. For these 2 teams, only the 4th game they've played this year. The Orioles have the 3-0 edge. Better batting average O's. They've outscored them 23-12. Out-homered the Red Sox 7-1. And perhaps most impressive, the ERA in that 3-game series for the Orioles, 2.54, 4.85 for the Red Sox. Ortiz with 2 down, runner at first base. Boy, did he want that one. He's talking to himself because he thinks he should have driven that one to New Haven.
Well, the Big Papi's been a leader for this club and has really sparked them with some great numbers and the 9 home runs, and he lets it rip once again. And you see his frustration. He'd like to have that one back, and I don't think Tommy Hunter's going to give him it.
Going to try not to anyway. 0-2. And that'll be way up high to him. Ortiz, just about every offensive category that there is in the American League, he's either leading it or close to it. He's 4th in average. He is tied for 8th in home runs. He is tied for 6th in RBIs. He and Adam Jones, in fact, both with 29 RBIs, tied for 6th in the American League. He's 1st in extra base hits. Adam Jones is 2nd. And that will be fouled back again. He's getting some hacks, and he's not quite understanding why he's not connecting. 1 ball, 2 strike count. So Jones and Ortiz have a lot of numbers in common. Power numbers, extra base hit numbers this year. And both have got a pretty good chance of wearing an American League All-Star jersey in Kansas City.
Well, both very deserving, that's for sure. I can speak for Adam Jones, and we've seen a pretty special player out there in all facets of the game.
1-2, and Ortiz goes down swinging. The Red Sox, though, will come up with a couple of runs. They do it on 3 hits and leave 1 on. Red Sox 2, the Orioles nothing. Their ranking in the American League: 2nd best record, 9th best average at home, 5th in runs, 3rd in home runs, ERA 7th at home, opponent average 7th, and a save 2nd with 9. Brought to you by PNC Bank, for the achiever in you. Orioles with a 12-9 record at home and 15-6 on the road against 27-year-old Clay Buchholz. Buchholz comes into this ball game having given up the 3rd most homers, tied with Tommy Hunter. He's given up more runs than any other pitcher in the American League coming into this game, and he's given up the 5th most hits of any pitcher in the American League. All of it hitting .323. Last year they hit .242. He retired 74% of leadoff batters last year. He's retiring 67% so far this year. And that one's going to be a base hit out of the reach of Pedroia. So the Orioles have their first hit as Betemit is on, leading off the 3rd inning. Purchase an Orioles Legends Celebration Series package to lock in your ticket to each of the 5 remaining games in the series. At each game, fans get the replica sculpture of the day's honoree. You can order your ticket package now. Receive the replica Frank Robinson sculpture if you missed it in April. To reserve, 888-848-BIRD or Orioles.com/legends. Nick Johnson, the designated hitter for the Orioles, 1 for 2 off Clay Buchholz. Betemeet at first. And the pitch will miss for a ball.
I think so many of those risen numbers by Buchholz are, just go back to his fastball command, and that's been the biggest issue for him, the walk totals being up. But if you can't locate with your fastball and you end up walking people, all of a sudden, just the command plays such a big issue, and he leaves balls over the zone, over the plate, and it's going to get hit at the major league level. You have to spot that fastball.
Way up high with that one,
because he has quality stuff. He has 3 great pitches. So that's just been the biggest issue for him.
He had that 17 game outing where he gave up 5 runs, 7 hits, 3 2/3 innings against the Orioles. Came back against Cleveland, went 6 1/3, 4 runs, 8 hits, and then the last outing, Tampa Bay, 2 runs, 6 hits over 5. Work in progress. 2-0 delivery. Taken, and that is there for a strike to Johnson. He told MajorLeagueBaseball.com, Buchholz did, that most of his work has been spent on the changeup. He said it was good. It's been a while since I've been able to throw it with some conviction and throw it on 2-2 counts, 1-2 counts. I use it to get a strikeout. It's a big pitch for me. 2-1 delivery, which may be saying something about how he feels about his fastball.
Right. Just not enough confidence in it, because it wasn't too long ago that he could, we talked about a reach back and blow a fastball by a guy up in the zone. But doesn't have enough confidence in that, or even to be able to locate it for a strikeout pitch. But with those other, if he has a great changeup, it's certainly an effective pitch.
Spent a lot of time working in the bullpen. That one is going to be fouled back. And the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Talking about the variance between these two teams, Buck Showalter's ball club, of course, has done it on pitching. It's the answer he gives to everybody that asks. The Orioles are 2nd ERA in the league. Their starters are 10th, but their bullpen is 2nd. For Bobby Valentine's team, 2nd in average, 2nd in runs, 5th in home runs, 13th, though, in ERA. Starters are 13th, and the bullpen is 8th. Nick Johnson with the 3-2 runner goes, and he walked him. And Buchholz slams his hip after that pitch missed by a lot. 2 on, nobody out. To stay in baseball, brought to you by Ocean City, Maryland. Make memories of your own this summer. Book your vacation at OCOcean.com. It was 1943. The White Sox and the Senators played the quickest 9-inning game ever played, 89 minutes. All broadcasters wish they had done that game. And in 1952, the Brooklyn Dodgers score an MLB record 15 first-inning runs. I guarantee you that game was longer than 89 minutes.
I think so. Well, while you were reading that wonderful history, Dustin Pedroia came in and talked to Buchholz right there to settle him down. We saw the frustration after that base on balls, and the veteran infielder and one of the catalysts and leaders on that team just went in and said, "Hey, listen, settle down. Everything's fine. We got your back. Throw strikes, and we'll get out of this."
Probably said to him, "Remember, we score 9 runs a game."
Right.
The Red Sox are playing bunt. And Dino up. Nobody out, 1st and 2nd. He squares, takes the pitch outside for a ball. Gonzalez coming hard at first. Middlebrooks giving it that 50-50 at 3rd. He'd like to stay back but try and get the force out at 3rd if he can. So he does that side saddle 45-degree look, kind of facing first base so he can keep an eye on the runner. One eye on the runner and one eye on the hitter. And Dino 1 for 9 against Buchholz. That one a home run. See if he's going to lay it down. 1-0 delivery. Again he squares, and again it's outside, and Buchholz Here you're seeing the problem Mike was talking about that Buchholz has gone through over and over again this year, trying to find the strike zone.
Right, he's lost it a little bit. I think it might have just gotten in his head, that base on ball to Johnson, because I'm sure he's well aware of it. Boston, the media market has probably just been pounding him, and I'm sure his pitching coach as well, about the base on balls this year and just that inconsistency in commanding that strike zone. And he showed his frustration. Yeah. I mean, geez, it's just your first base on balls. Regroup the troops, step up there, and keep throwing that quality stuff you've thrown here for the last couple innings.
All right, Robert Andino, a 2-0 count. See if Buck Showalter stays with the bunt. May make him throw a strike here. He does, and it's outside 3-0. And Buchholz, the emotions are on his sleeve right now after every one of these pitches that's not there. So the Red Sox gave him a 2-0 lead in the top half of the inning. Buchholz now struggling with runners at first and second, nobody out, and a 3-0 count on Robert Andino. 3-0 delivery to him. He takes. It's there for a strike. Andino went 2 for 15 in the series at Fenway Park. He had a home run and 3 RBIs with the 2 hits that he picked up against Boston.
Robert Andino, very well known, of course, up there.
The curse.
The curse of the Andino.
For last year's final game, 3-1 delivery. Bunts. Middlebrooks. Great bunt. There's no play. It's a base hit, and they're loaded.
Wow, that textbook bunt right there by Robert Andino. And with his speed, Middlebrook has to eat it. 3-1. Middlebrook a little tentative there. But Robert Andino lays it down in the perfect spot. And he smells hit right away, and off he goes. Base hit uncontested. Digging. Yeah, you smell a hit, Robert Andino, and he gone.
Remember, the grass may be a little bit wet, even though the field was covered. Neither team took BP, but it's been damp all day with rain, so that ball that gets out on the grass got a pretty good chance to die.
Yeah, you're right. And typically this field is a little bit slower anyway, so.
Now here's Avery. Bases loaded. Breaking balls in for a strike. Bettamy, Johnson, and Andino are on. The Orioles trailing 2-0, but have loaded them up with nobody out here in the third inning. Avery, the leadoff batter, popped out to short. His first time up. But he has been wielding a hot bat as the 22-year-old ensconces himself for the Orioles in a swing and a foul ball and a good breaking ball delivered by Buchholz. Xavier Avery's been on in each of the last 7 ball games, and during the 3-game hit streak, if you go with the 0 for 1 tonight, he's had 5 hits in his last 12 at bats, and obviously this is a big chance for the Orioles.
Well, it sure is, and it's a big spot for him as well. He's shown great composure. We've talked about it time and time again with Xavier Avery, and he's been pitched tough too. He's seen a lot of different pitches for some really good major league pitchers, and he's handled himself really well in there.
Sacks are full, 0-2 count. Avery will take it inside. Done pretty well in the chances he's had, limited of course, but he's gone 2 for 7 with runners in scoring position so far. The Orioles continue to climb up that ladder as a team. They're now 8th in the American League, hitting at .251. 1 ball, 2 strike count on Avery. Infield double play depth, swung a little bit around, playing him to pull in the infield. 1-2 delivery. Avery fouls it back. Saltalamacchia, a late break, won't matter. It's over the screen.
Nice job of fighting that pitch off. Pretty nasty changeup. It looked like down and away to stay alive.
Pretty good beard he's got going there. I hadn't seen that. The catcher, Saltalamacchia.
Oh,
did you see that?
I was looking at Avery. I was like,
no,
Avery.
He's too young. He doesn't even shave. Saltalamacchia, though, he's
a mountain man.
You don't see a lot of that around baseball, with some teams having the clean-cut look. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Avery battling Buchholz here. His 37th pitch of the game coming. Bases loaded, nobody out. And he takes it away. That's one of the impressive things I thought about Avery, Mike, so far, is that he's not over anxious. He's got an idea of the strike zone, and he doesn't help the pitcher out a lot.
Well, he's worked really hard. There's Jim Presley, the hitting coach, that's probably obviously told him a thing or two about some of the major league pitchers up here and what they're trying to do to him. But he's done a great job in the short period of time he's been in the minor leagues, just disciplining himself and learning from some of the good coaches we have in player development.
2-2 delivery on the way, and Buchholz does the spinorama as he goes full. So he got ahead on the count. Avery wouldn't help him by going after a pitch away.
Yeah, he tries to get him a chase on a moving fastball on the outer part of the plate, and ends up sailing about a foot off the plate. Nice take by Avery.
Betamit had a single. Lead runner Johnson the walk at second. Andino the single at first. 3-ball, 2-strike count to Avery. Outfield fairly shallow in center and right. Here's the 3-2. Avery will put it down the line. It's going to go foul. Got some excitement coming in this game. We're only in the third inning.
Yeah.
The fans are up. Red Sox got the 2 runs in the third. Single by Aviles and the sac fly by Pedroia. Orioles threatening to get it back and more, as both pitchers easily through the first 2 innings. Third inning has not been easy for either.
Well, you wonder how much confidence Buchholz has in that changeup, because if he can throw with conviction, this would be a good spot for it.
And Avery asked for the timeout there, according to the home plate umpire Al Porter. I love that the umpires do that now. If it's a catcher, they point down, so you know who asked for the timeout. If it's not, he just holds it up for the hitter. This is going to be the 8th pitch of this at bat to Avery. Three-two delivery, and Avery fights it off again. This is Avery's first chance at the major league level with the bases loaded. All these firsts for the 22-year-old coming up because of injuries to the Orioles, playing in just his 9th major league game.
And he's putting together a pretty good at-bat right here, and he'd like to finish it off with either a base on balls or a base hit.
Here's the 9th pitch of the at-bat. 3-2 again. And he walked him, and the Orioles get a run. And he did come in with an off-speed pitch. Scoring is Betamit, and it is a 2-1 game. And an RBI for Avery is third.
And that's going to get a visit from the pitching coach. A couple walks already in this inning.
I think that's a smile of relief down there as well as pleasure.
Boy, oh boy, he was probably holding his breath that whole at bat. Saw 11 pitches that at bat.
How about coming in with an off-speed delivery on the 3-2 for the 4th time?
Well, if you believe in it and you think you can throw it for a strike, I think it's a good thing. But you know, he's just been a little bit inconsistent, been erratic, and that's been his MO so far this year.
Well, that will bring up J.J. Hardy. Hardy, with the bases loaded this year, believe it or not, has had 6 at-bats. He is 2 for 6 with the bases loaded. He's had more at-bats with the sacks full than any other Oriole so far this season. Struck out his first time up. Hardy ground ball, tried to kick at it. Second base, and out of first. Nobody. It's an infield hit and an RBI. Aviles and Pedroia could not get together. There was no play at second base. So he decided to go to first and didn't get him there, and the game's tied at 2.
Well, I think Aviles thought, or Pedroia thought, that Aviles was going to try to jump back and touch second base because he vacated. Aviles thought, hey, I'm going to flip it to Dustin. He's going to be right at second base, but Dustin kept running. J.J. Hardy, nice job, hard back up to the middle. Pedroia just vacates the bag and doesn't give Aviles any option other than trying to get J.J. Hardy. And Hardy beats it out.
So Hardy gets his 21st RBI. The bases are still loaded. There's still nobody out. And here is Markakis. Markakis flied out his first time up, and the pitch is inside for a ball. One of the hottest bats in the lineup right now. Last 5, 2 homers, 5 RBIs, and he has a 5-game hit streak coming into this ball game.
Boy, he's got a spot right now down and in that he is just not missing. Every time he puts the bat on the ball, it's a bullet.
The Orioles have had only 1 ball out of the infield, and that was a ground ball single by Betterman just out of the reach of Pedroia. Then there was the walk to Johnson. Andino laid down a bunt to sacrifice that ended up being a base hit. Avery drew a walk, and Hardy puts a ball behind second base that doesn't go out of the infield. 24 pitches this inning.
Good things happen when you execute. Andino's bunt was huge. But Buchholz obviously upset about the base on balls because that's
3-0
for this inning.
Quick action in the bullpen now as Scott Atchison gets up. How about this, Mike? I was talking with Bobby Valentine before the game today. If you add the 2 infield hits in this game against the Red Sox in the last 3 games, there have been 11 infield hits against Boston in 2+ games.
Wow.
That's a whole season.
Yeah, that's a lot.
3-0 delivery. He does get the strike. And it's 3-1 on Markakis. So the Orioles have tied it up. There's still nobody out here in the 3rd inning. Andino's the lead runner now. Avery at second. Hardy around at first. And Markakis gets a chance to give the Orioles the lead. Buchholz with a 3-1. And he walks in another one. And the Orioles make it 3-2. 3 walks in the inning.
Well, you know what impresses me is that the Orioles hitters, even though there are a lot of runners out there on the bags to drive in, they're staying patient. They have a great game plan right now. I think Jim Presley has prepared them well for what to expect from Buchholz. Obviously reading the reports and very patient with these runners out here in scoring position. Nice at bats.
They are still loaded. And there is still nobody out. And here is Adam Jones. He grounded out his first time up, 4 for 13 with a home run lifetime off Buchholz. The Orioles up by 1. And the pitch is a strike. What a tremendous season so far. The 14 home runs, tied for second, 29 RBIs in the top 10. On base percentage way up, leads the Orioles in all of those categories. And a chance to add to him big time right here. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Jones ground ball towards short. Aviles has it. There's Pedroia. Relay, and they get the double play. Another run will score as Avery crosses. The Orioles make it 4-2. No RBI on that one, and a big ground ball that may keep Buchholz in the game. Hardy moves over to third base. Now there are 2 down.
Everybody in the dugout right there talking about their at-bats and what Buchholz is throwing. The situations that they had when they were on the bases.
Now here's Matt Wieters, the 8th Oriole to hit here in the 3rd inning. He grounded out his first time up. This is a department where Matt has really struggled this year. He's hitting only 107 with runners in scoring position. That's 3 for 28. And 2 of those 3 home runs, 2 of the 3 hits rather, have been home runs. Wieters hit 321 last year with runners in scoring position. Here's the 1-0 pitch to him, and a ground ball to second base. Pedroia will back up, has it, and gets the out to retire the side. But the Orioles come up with 4 runs. They do it on 3 hits and take a 4-2 lead. In that strike zone, you see him shaking his head. 3 walks in the game. And in that 3rd inning, he walked 2 runs in. Avery with a bases loaded walk. Markakis with a bases loaded walk. And the Orioles taking advantage of it to get a 4-2 lead. Now Tommy Hunter will try and settle down. He gave up 2 runs, 3 hits in the 3rd inning. No walks and 3 strikeouts. We've completed 3, 4-3-0 for the Orioles, 2-3-0 for Boston.
That was a nice answer right there by the Orioles offense. Put some marks on the board after a rough 3rd inning by Hunter. And now it's up to Hunter to give them a good answer and say, stop it.
That's where you'd like to have that real quick inning. Here is Adrian Gonzalez. Gonzalez trying to lay down that bunt against the shift in the 2nd inning, leading off. And he was thrown out by Hunter in a good defensive play. Takes that one in the air to left field. Avery's got room. Gonzalez retired. Start your Memorial Day holiday weekend off with a bang. The season's first fireworks night. Friday night here at Camden Yards. Stick around after the Orioles-Royals game at 7:05 and a great fireworks display will light up downtown. The beginning of the Birdland summer tradition. Get your tickets in advance. 888-848-BIRD or Orioles.com. Middlebrooks grounded out his first time up. Will Middlebrooks comes in with a 3-game streak going. Against the Orioles, he had the 3 for 13 with a home run, a grand slam, the 4 RBIs in that series in Boston. It was his first major league homer.
Well, he's definitely making most of his opportunity, isn't he?
Oof.
Really opened up some eyes, and they're already projecting him out as the Red Sox 3rd baseman.
He can hit. Base hit into center field. Middlebrooks on. Jones will get it back in. 1 down, 1 on for Saltalamacchia. Tonight's Mass and Mobile word of the day is fastball. Text fastball 29292 right now. Be entered for a chance to win a meet and greet with Buck Showalter. Stay tuned to Oriole games all week long. More Mass and chances to enter and win. Here is Saltalamacchia. Let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 24 letters to the 2 guys hitting back to back in the lineup. Middlebrooks and Saltalamacchia with a swing as big as his name and a 1-strike count.
Oh my gosh.
It just barely. He's got to have broad shoulders to play. Otherwise, he couldn't have a jersey.
Name starts at his left hip and goes around to his right hip. He's a big guy. And now, if that was me, you wouldn't see the last couple letters. It'd be tucked into my pants.
Michael Saltalamacchia. And that's where it would end. There's Middlebrooks. We were joking about that in the Red Sox clubhouse before the game. I said there goes the runner again. Throw down Wieters. Oh my. See you later. Middlebrooks had no chance. 38% of the time Wieters throws him out.
Well, nice throw and tag. Not the greatest jump. He looks in like it might have been a hit and run, and J.J. Hardy does a nice job. Not scared of contact at all. Gets in there. Straddles him, takes the throw. Nice tag. Swings that left foot out of the way to avoid some injury.
And that's going to be a base hit into left field by Saltalamacchia. And you think you're right, Mike. I think it was probably a missed sign there somewhere. And Saltalamacchia didn't swing to protect on that.
Right.
Joe Morgan, you agree with Joe. Joe, you say you can always tell hit and run from a steal. If it's a steal, the runner is not looking back at home plate or anywhere else but second or third base.
Right.
If it's a hit and run, then oftentimes you are looking back so you don't get hit by the ball if it comes your way.
Well, I think many times good base runners kind of glance in anyway. You know, the good base stealers give a quick peek, but the way he looked in, it was almost like there might have been something on a hit and run because it looked like a longer look, not just a quick peek.
That is going to be hit number 5 for the Red Sox. Here's Neva. He's single first time up. That's right off the mound. I don't think that hit Hunter. Jones will hold the runner. That's 3 singles in a row. Davis 2 for 2 in the ball game, and the Red Sox have runners on at first and second base with 2 down.
Pretty good bit of hitting right here. Ball up over the middle of the plate again, though. Just makes it bullet right back up the middle. Hunter almost able to get a glove on it. Brickadere out to have a visit. Settle Tommy Hunter down a little bit. What he doesn't want to do is obviously give up a run or two here in this inning after the Orioles scored 4 last inning for him.
Now there are 2 on. There are 2 down, however, and that'll bring up Bird, who doubled his first time up. Marlon Bird's got a 10-game hit streak. And the Red Sox looking to get a big 2-out hit. Pitches in there by Hunter. Hunter's given up hit an inning coming into the ball game. 51 hits, 49 innings. Here in this ball game, he's given up 6 now in 3 2/3. Red Sox 1 for 2 with runners in scoring position so far. And Bird will take the pitch on the inside corner for a strike.
Well, one of the pluses about Tommy Hunter, he's aggressive. He's aggressive in the zone. When he gets hit and when he gets hurt is when he throws the pitches in the zone, but they're up. They're not quality pitches. And he has the capability of throwing quality strikes. Pretty good breaking ball right there. He has the capability of throwing quality strikes. He has great movement on his fastball. He throws a cut fastball and a slider off that. It's just working down in the zone, and that'll definitely eliminate some of the damage.
As we said, he's given up 10 home runs in the year, 7 of those by left-handers. 1 ball, 2 strike count, 2 on for Boston. And that's down to third and foul. Got around on it, fouled it off. Marlon Bird, the veteran, finding himself a very important part of this Red Sox team right now with all those injuries. We were talking about the 6 outfielders who are on the DL, so the Red Sox have really had to go out and find people who can take some of this time in these big games. 1-2 delivery. Hunter sets himself and gets the out. No runs, 3 hits, no errors. 2 are left on base. The Orioles have a 4-2 lead. Brought to you by AT&T 4G LTE. With speeds up to 10 times faster than 3G, AT&T rethink possible. And by Chevy Cruze, offering the best highway mileage of any gas engine in America. Gary Thorne, Mike Bordick here at Camden Yards as the Orioles come home for this homestand 3-game series against the Red Sox, who have won 2 in a row in 8 of their last 10. Brian Mattis, Felix Dubront will pitch tomorrow. Jake Arrieta and Daniel Bard schedule starters in the Wednesday game, which, by the way, is a 12:35 start on Wednesday, a day game. Here's Chris Davis.
They call that the businessman special?
Businessman special. We invite people to skip work without telling their bosses. Come to the ballpark. Enjoy the afternoon. Phone in. Tell them you're very busy working with a client. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Going back. Center field. Davis. And goodbye. Home run. Chris Davis delivers the long ball, and the Orioles take a 5-2 lead. Number 6 and his 16th run batted in.
Chris Davis has been in somewhat of a home run drought. He has been getting his base hits. But Buchholz, probably one of his better pitches of the night, down in the zone. And Chris Davis, man, oh man, he just dropped the head on that, and he is so strong. Ball went a long ways.
And he is indeed in the groove right now with that bat. And the Orioles continue to pump the homers. A 5-2 lead. Buchholz surrenders his 11th home run of the season. Betta made a single his last time up, and he'll foul that one away. Davis had an 0 for 5 against Buchholz prior to driving that one out. Orioles now with 65 home runs on the season. 0-2 count. And Betta will step out. Well, Buchholz may be concerned about the walks in that last inning, 3 in the game. Trying to get a little better in the strike zone, and maybe not where he wanted that ball to be, but Davis took one that was pretty much where a pitcher would want it.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what's got to be frustrating to Buchholz, because it wasn't a bad pitch down in the zone, but Davis did some damage with it.
Here's the 1-2 delivery to Betta, and he'll reach and foul it off. And Chris Davis, he's running streaks here in the first 2 months. Hot, you cool off a little bit, then get hot again. And when he gets hot, he gets sizzling.
He does get hot. And I kind of predicted him to be hitting more home runs here recently, because he had started to get some base hits the other way, staying on the ball. When he starts feeling comfortable at the plate, he lets it fly, and then you see more home runs.
That is the second strikeout for Buchholz.
Pretty good pitch right there, down and away. Worked Wilson Betterman pretty tough for staying down in the zone and off the plate away.
During the streak Davis had, he was picking up extra base hits. You were talking about going the other way. He had gone 62 at bats since his last home run. No question about that one, though. And the pitch is strike at the knees. Nick Johnson, the Orioles designated hitter, he drew a walk and scored in the 3rd inning. Here's the 0-1 delivery. That ball's going to be a base hit. Boy, Buchholz, if you watch Buchholz after these hits, homers, walks, there is a real negativism that he displays out there on the mound. It's just there. You can see how frustrated he is.
Yeah, I mean, it's just obviously wears his emotions on his sleeves. Frustrated about giving up base hits, frustrated about walking guys. You know, you have to take some onus on yourself, and I think you see it there. But he kind of gave Nick Johnson a look as he rounded first base, like, what are you doing getting a hit off me? Yeah. Well, you shouldn't have thrown it up in the zone where I could get the good part of the bat on it.
Here's Andino in at third base, Middlebrooks. Andino had the bunt single his last time up. Somebody said when you were talking about the noontime ball game, you were talking about the businessman special. What happened to the businesswomen? They're the bosses.
Well, you're right.
That's the reason we don't talk about. I didn't mention that, because the bosses, they'll all be out here. The women who run the world, as they should, will be here at the ballpark. They don't have to tell anybody anything. They just leave and come to the game.
I guess that wasn't very politically correct. The business person special.
That's right. Succinctly put. Well, right now it's how long do you hang with them? Bob McClure has been out there twice, the pitching coach. Buchholz has given up 5 hits. The Red Sox are out hitting the Orioles 6-5. But they're trying to work Buchholz through the first 2 months of this season while he's on the mound at the major league level, bringing him back from the truncated season last year with that back problem that he had. And the only reason really he's 4-2 is the fact they scored 9 runs a ball game for him.
Yeah, he's obviously.
You got an ERA of 7.7 and you've won 4 games.
Yeah,
somebody's giving you some runs. So he falls behind on Andino, 2-0. 1 down, runner at first base. And Andino will take a strike. That was close. And it'll go to 2 balls and 1 strike. Andino taking a look down at third to DeMarlo Hale. Andino coming in, hitting .264. Doesn't walk much, 10 of them. His 40 strikeouts now ranked 9th in the American League. But he's picked up key hits. Runner goes. That's what he was looking for. Aviles got him, and they turn a double play, and nobody was more surprised than Dustin Pedroia. He couldn't believe that Aviles was going to make that play. He almost wasn't covering the bag. Watch him here. There's Davis as he delivers the home run that started the inning. We'll take a look at the double play when we come back. The Orioles had one, 5-2.
Well, it really was. It was 2-1 count. Robert Andino does a nice job getting on the ground, but there's, that shouldn't surprise people because middle infielders are always communicating. In that kind of situation, Dustin Pedroia probably looked over to Aviles and said, listen, hit hard, give it up. Nick Johnson doesn't run very well. And sure enough, and I'm sure as the ball was on the way, Dustin was saying, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. When there's a hit and run situation, the runner, all he's trying to do is beat the throw to second base. So he's going to slide right in. Pedroia didn't have to worry about being taken out or anything, so he hung in there and turned a nice double play.
Orioles have hit into a league-leading 50 ground ball double plays now. They've got the 5-2 lead in the ball game as we go to the 5th inning. Lynn will foul that one back. He grounded out his first time up. Lynn getting the start in right field, getting his first major league at bat in this ball game, and is probably going to get some more playing time. Shayshawn Lynn, the 0-2 delivery to him, that'll be grounded to short. Hardy's got this one. One away. Tune in to the Mid-Atlantic Sports Report tomorrow, 5 to 6:30. Tom Davis, Dave Johnson, Mel Antonin, Phil Wood. All the latest Oriole news. Amber Theo Harris will be sitting down with those right fielder Nick Markakis, all coming up on the Mid-Atlantic Sports Report tomorrow. Here's Mike Aviles. Aviles with an RBI single, and he is popped out. Aviles now has a 7-game hit streak.
There was some competition in spring training for that shortstop job, and
remember that?
He won it. And he doesn't want to give it back or give the other guy an opportunity.
There isn't any question anymore.
No, not at all.
There's some question about Aviles' ability with the glove. Well, right now he's among the top 2 fielding shortstops. Jones, Markakis there. 2 down, 5th inning. So Tommy Hunter's settling it in a little bit. 6 ground ball outs, 4 fly ball outs, and 3 strikeouts. That's how he's gotten it done so far.
Well, Tommy Hunter's been getting a lot of ground ball outs. He's been doing a good job, surprisingly, because he has been up in the zone here in the early going of this year, but getting quite a few ground ball outs.
Here's Dustin Pedroia, sac fly. 0 for 1 officially in the ball game. Pedroia, 300 hitter here at Camden Yards. He brings a 301 lifetime average and 4 home runs in this ballpark into this 3-game series. Fouls it back, strike 2 on Pedroia. Tommy Hunter has not walked anybody and has struck out 3 so far. Opponents hitting .273 overall. Buchholz has not had that kind of a ball game on the other side. Pitch will be taken up high. For Hunter, he's been able to throw 16 out of 20 first pitch strikes so far in the ball game. That'll get you some outs. Pitching ahead. Here's the 1-2 delivery on the way. Pedroia up the middle. Oof. Backhanded by Andino. Hustles. Nice stretch made by Davis. And Hunter looks like he's all right. Kind of an awkward attempt at fielding that. Retires the side in order. 3rd time he's done that in the ballgame. Colts struggling, trying to find the strike zone, surrendering walks. 2 have come with the bases loaded. On the other side, while he's given up some hits, Tommy Hunter has not walked anybody and has been able to hold the Red Sox in check with the 2 runs. Welcome back here, Gary Thorne, Mike Bordick. Tommy Hunter, what do you see?
Well, I see him aggressive in the zone. You know, he hasn't walked guys. On the other hand, Buchholz has tonight, and it's got him in trouble. Tommy Hunter's being competitive. He's going at hitters. Like to see him more down in zone, but he's making the good pitches when he has to. He had a rough 3rd inning, but he's answered the call since, getting some ground ball outs and big plays by his infield.
Mike, we looked at numbers at the top of the show that sometimes indicate standings and showed you that right now they don't on base percentage, OPS numbers, starting pitchers, innings pitched. The Orioles seemingly find a way, different way, every ball game to win games.
Yeah, they are. Isn't that funny? And you know, to be successful, to be in first place, you do have to find certain ways. You can't rely on one thing. You'd like to be well balanced the whole way through. You'd like to have a high on base percentage. You'd like to make no errors, you know, defensively, and you're starting pitchers to go deep in the game. But when it doesn't come together, you find ways to fight and claw, and these guys have been competitive so far to this point and winning some big ball games.
Advantageous, as they have done here in this game, with the bases loaded walks and a couple of infield hits and the Davis home run off a good pitch by Buchholz. Orioles batting here with the 5-2 lead in the game, and Xavier Avery at the top of the order scored one of the runs. He drew a bases loaded walk in the 3rd inning and would come around to score. Officially 0 for 1, popped out. Buchholz with the 3 walks and 2 strikeouts so far in the game. Buchholz owns a 5-3 record lifetime against the Orioles. And a little chopper. Boy, he jammed him on that one. Makes the play to Gonzalez. Let's take a look at our AT&T Mobility Trivia Fact. Eddie Murray, the most recent Oriole to lead the American League in home runs. Page 2. In 1981, his 22 dingers tied him with Dwight Evans of the Red Sox and Tony Armas of Oakland and Bobby Grich of the Angels. Eddie Murray, a Hall of Famer, both for the Orioles and in Cooperstown. Here's J.J. Hardy, and that is a strike on the outside corner. RBI single for Hardy, and he has struck out. Buchholz delivery and a slider that's going to miss outside. 1 ball, 1 strikeout on Hardy. Had an 0 for 4 yesterday. It had a real good road trip overall. 3 RBIs, 6 for 23, couple of doubles picked up. 1-1 delivery to him. Hardy will take the off-speed pitch in for a strike.
JJ kind of questioning that call right there. He's seen 3 breaking balls in a row. That one didn't quite have the same bite as the other 2, and it looked like it stayed up in the zone.
Buchholz ahead on the count, 1-2. And Hardy will foul it back. Hardy is sitting 265 here at home, about 20 points higher than on the road. He's had 5 of his 9 home runs here at Camden Yards. Orioles now with a home run by Davis have got 8 home runs against Boston in the 4 games, while the Red Sox have only 1 home run against the Orioles, the Middlebrooks Grand Slam. Though Bobby Valentine's team, while it is the offensive powerhouse in the league, against Buck Showalter's pitching club, has not had the homers the Orioles have. And Hardy got a hold of that one. Left field, it's going to stay in the yard. That pitch was way up. He really had to climb the ladder. Nave is there to get it, and Hardy's retired.
Well, the danger about showing so many breaking balls, that hitter's timing gets on it, and JJ just misses that. You can see the frustration in his face. He wanted it. Boy, when that ball's up in the zone like that, just hanging there, it looks like a beach ball coming in. A little frustration.
It's only the 3rd fly ball out recorded against Buchholz. He's had 9 ground ball outs, along with a couple of strikeouts. 2 down, nobody on. Here's Markakis. Bases loaded walk. And he is flying out to center field. Buchholz working away, will miss with it. And a 1-0 count. Well, the Orioles certainly hope Nick Markakis' bat's going to stay hot for a long time as he comes in with that 5-game hit streak and a real good road trip. And Buchholz again misses up high. And Nick is driving the ball. He's picked up a couple of home runs of late. That's good news for the Orioles.
Well, another guy to get one of those exciting late inning home runs, extra inning game down there in Washington, 11th inning. He had a home run to give the Orioles the win, help get the Orioles the win. Then he hit one the next day.
Yeah,
another home run.
The Orioles have gone 6-2 now in extra inning ball games. Here's the 2-1 delivery. Markakis fights it off, and you saw Buchholz on the pitch before that actually throw a changeup on a 2-1 count. So we talked about that. He wants to do more of that, to use that no matter what the pitch count is, and he is. Bob McClure, the pitch coach, watching over there. So are the Orioles. Here's the 2-2 delivery. Tapper to first. Another changeup, and gets the out. Retires the side in order. He actually has done that 3 times in the ball game, but the Orioles lead.
point. Michael Aviles hits an early base hit to get the Red Sox on top. J.J. Hardy with the bases loaded. The infield single scoring Nick Johnson. And then Chris Davis leads off the 4th inning with a home run. Give the Orioles the 5-2 lead to this point. Michael Aviles right there with the RBI single in the 3rd. The Orioles 2 bases loaded walks in the 3rd. Buchholz kind of loses his command there. And Chris Davis with that solo home run in the 4th.
And here's David Ortiz to lead it off in the 6th inning.
And I would say that is a cross-up.
Yeah. Matt Wieters has enough troubles behind there getting hit with balls. Doesn't need one that comes on a cross-up.
Yeah. Took it right off the shin guard.
Oof. Dogging to Ortiz. See the pitch count for Tommy Hunter with the 73 fastballs. 1-0 count. Shift on against him, up high for a ball, 2-0. You see Ornandino playing that shallow right field. Ortiz now with the all-time mark for DHs in both home runs and RBIs. All-time. 2-0 delivered. When his playing days are done, you got to believe he will be headed to the Hall of Fame. He has filled the role as designated hitter so successfully. We almost forget that he used to put a glove on once upon a time. He was a regular position player.
And he occasionally does.
Well, he did a couple of times in interleague play. They put Gonzalez out in the outfield for 2 games and played him at first base. And while David prefers not to do that because he just doesn't feel confident, if it helps the ball club, he does. I think that's going to leave the ballpark. I'm not sure. And goodbye, home run. Utah Street. One bounce off the warehouse. David Ortiz delivers the homer, his 343rd, and will make it a 5-3 ball game.
Well, he's been taking some pretty aggressive cuts all night. And Tommy Hunter makes a mistake here and leaves it up over the plate. And David Ortiz knows how to do damage on mistakes and takes advantage of that one.
Wow. That sends the fans into a discussion. So David Ortiz with the long ball, number 10 on the year, his 30th RBI, and makes it a 5-3 ball game. And that one down the line is a fair ball the other way. Long way to go. Avery will track it down, and Gonzalez goes in with a double. And again, for Tommy Hunter, top of the orders, at least those for any particular inning, are giving him some problems.
Well, pretty good job here of hitting by Gonzalez. He might have been a little embarrassed by that butt attempt, and he said, well, I'll try to beat the shift this way. He keeps his hands inside the ball and drives it the other way. One of the best left-handed hitters in the game.
15 doubles. And the potential tying run is now at the plate here in the 6th inning. Middlebrooks, a single, and he is grounded out. A 4-game hit streak for him. And the pitch will be taken outside for a ball. That's 8 hits in the ball game for the Red Sox, out hitting the Orioles 8-5 so far.
Red Sox can hit. They can hit some doubles now. Leading the way this year with 113. Of course, playing at Fenway, they're at an advantage using the Green Monster, but there's some great hitters.
And Wieters is going to go out to the mound to have a word. And Kevin Gregg is up in the bullpen for the Orioles. So Tommy Hunter working here in the 6th inning, in danger of surrendering the lead with nobody out and a 2-0 count on Middlebrooks, who obviously has some real power. We were talking about the doubles they've picked up. They've got 115 on the year. That's the most doubles any team has had since 1921 at this point into a season. And a 3-0 count, and adding to it right there is Gonzalez. Middlebrooks 2 for 4 with a home run off Hunter this year. Takes the pitch, and it's a strike on the outside corner. You talk about never having enough runs against the Red Sox when you play against them at Fenway. You really never have enough against them no matter where you play.
Anywhere.
Not with the runs they put up on the board. 3-1 delivery to short. Hardy! No. Can he get him at first base? No. Had Davis been able to pick it, they might have been able to get the out. Hardy couldn't hang on to the hard line drive, and it'll be a base hit.
Well, what a great effort right there by J.J. Hardy. This ball's really stung. Dives, takes a deep angle to dive just to glove it. And then a very strong throw from his knees, just kicks up at the end, and Davis unable to handle it. That's so impressive, boy. That's so athletic to be able to take that deep angle towards the outfield and still make a play on the ball.
Wow. And obviously that saves a base advancement with Gonzalez having to hold at second.
You know, there are so many times an infielder has to take pursuit angles, you know, maybe taking 6 or 7 steps to the ball. J.J. Hardy didn't have any time to take any step. He made his pursuit angle with his body, diving deep into the outfield, towards the outfield, just to put a glove on it. Great athletic anticipation there.
Here's Saltalamacchia. He is singled and struck out. First and second, nobody out. 85th pitch of the ball game coming up for Tommy Hunter, and the pitch is in there for a strike. Red Sox have pulled back to within 2. The Red Sox had a 2-0 lead. Orioles answered it to take a 4-2 lead, added on the Davis home run to make it 5-2, and now the Red Sox have one back and a big cut and an 0-2 count on Saltalamacchia. The home run this inning by Ortiz.
Well, the Orioles playing a shift right now on Saltalamacchia with no outs. You see J.J. Hardy up the middle. Robert Andino shaded way over in the hole. So if there's a ball hit to Wilson Bedeman, he's got to turn this double play with J.J. Hardy.
0-2 delivery on the way up high. I told you Saltalamacchia playing regularly right now because of the bat. He's hitting .321 in May. He's had 3 home runs, tied with a number of Red Sox players with 3 homers in May. Runners off first and second. The 1-2 delivery to him. Check swing. Did he go? Don Titchener at third says no.
Nice try right there by Tommy Hunter. Hard slider down and in. Pretty good take right there by Saltalamacchia. Matt Wieters aggressively pointing at third base. Umpire wanting that call.
He thought he'd gone around.
Try to sell it.
Gonzalez and Middlebrooks on. 2-2. Saltalamacchia 3-2. Orioles have had bullpen action previously and do again. Big at bat here in the 6th inning. Saltalamacchia this year against Tommy Hunter. 1 hit, 5 at bats. Hunter wants Wieters to come out.
That's pretty smart. This is a key situation in the ball game. Either Tommy Hunter doesn't feel confident in the fingers that Matt Wieters is putting down right there, or just wants to get on the same page with him, calls him out.
Three-two count. Nobody out. Down to first. Davis one-hopped it. Has a play at the bag and makes it. Another hard hit ball that Davis kept in front of him, saving a hit and a run. Runners will move up, 1 away.
Yeah, another bullet right there. Boy, Davis does a good job just to glove that ball. Stays with it and gets that force out at first base. Boy, taken out when you can. You know, I mean, this is an inning where Tommy Hunter's kind of fighting through it. Chris Davis makes a good play just to get the out at first base.
Now an even bigger at bat. 2 are in scoring position, the 2 that would tie the game. Here is Daniel Naver, who's already 2 for 2, 2 singles. And he has scored a run. Neva getting the start in left field, switch hitter. And the pitch to him is a strike. Neva coming into the game, he was 2 for 13 batting right-handed, 8 for 19 batting left-handed. Now he's 10 for 21 batting left-handed this year. He's got Gonzalez, the lead runner, and Middlebrooks down at second base. 0-1 delivery to him. Neva will take it, and that's a strike.
You know, sometimes as a hitter, you see the open base down there, and you think, he might want to pitch around me. First pitch was a changeup up in the zone. So you just start second guessing yourself instead of keeping that same aggressive mentality, you know, in the strike zone. And here he is. He fell behind quickly, 0-2.
Here's the 0-2 delivery on the way. Neva will take it up high. Neva, another one of the call-ups for Boston, came up May 10. He has started in left field the last 12 ball games. Played 27 games at Pawtucket. Was hitting .316, 3 home runs, 17 RBIs. Bobby Valentine, like Buck Showalter, having to fill spots, looking for the players playing their best in the minors at the time. In the air, center field. It'll get one in. Jones backing up on it. Runner will tag to go to third. Throw's going to come all the way into third. Not in time. Sacrifice fly on an RBI for Neva, and this ball game is now 5-4. And that was hit pretty well as Neva got the job done. His job to get that run in. It'll be his 10th run batted in. Middlebrooks moves over to third base. Now there are 2 away. So Bird will get the chance at tying the ball game up. Marlon Bird has doubled, scored, grounded out. Now has a 10-game hit streak. Red Sox center fielder with Jacoby Ellsbury still out. Still no set time as to when Ellsbury is going to be able to get back. And the delivery to him is taken down low for a ball. So Hunter trying to battle through and protect this lead here in the 6th inning. And Buck Showalter is letting him do just that. Greg's been available. And a timeout, a balk. Oh, man. And that may have been caused by Bird's movement at the plate. Bird looked like he was trying to call timeout. And Waiters is talking about that with Al Porter. That ties the game up at 5.
Well, here you take a look at it. Runner at third base breaks. Tommy Hunter comes set, but he just disrupts his delivery. It's intended to deceive the runner. He quickened up his step to home plate. Umpire calls it a balk.
Markakis a long way to go. He will get there and put it away. The Red Sox answer with 3 runs, a homer, a balk ties it up 5-5. Hamilton still on top with 18. How about Adam Jones and Adam Dunn, both with 14? Encarnacion, Granderson, Bautista, and Josh Reddick. Jones has had 4 in his last 6 for the Orioles. Slots, tables, and dining, the ultimate triple play at Hollywood Casino at Charlestown Races. So Tommy Hunter with a balk. May have been looking at the runner at third base and kind of jumped him when he took off for home. Middlebrooks. It was kind of hard to tell what he was doing.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what happened. He saw out of the corner of his eye. Middlebrooks takes a couple quick hard steps, and unfortunately Tommy had already started his windup. He tries to step off and then deliver. I think his anxiety just got the most of him there.
Yeah, he did. He stepped off the rubber and then threw to the plate, and that is a balk. And that will tie this ball game up, and Clay Buchholz, for all the struggles, got a tie game. Here's Adam Jones. Jones will take the pitch away. He has hit into a double play and grounded out. 12-game hit streak underway for Adam, trying to equal the longest of his career if he can continue it tonight. Back in 2010 he had a 13-game hit streak. Buchholz, strong slider, and a 1-ball 1-strike count.
Well, surprised to see Buchholz staying in here after the trouble he had gone through, but he settled down. Done a nice job.
1-1 delivery. I think you've got two managers who feel the same way about this. They've got two starters they really want to bring around, and they want them both to earn their way through these games. And unless it's a real disaster of an inning, both are going to let these two starters fight because they need them.
Yeah, they definitely need them.
Both these teams need these two starters, Hunter and Buchholz. 1-2 delivery. Jones fights it off, came inside on him, and it'll stay 1-2. Now the Orioles have seen a 5-2 lead disappear. Red Sox have seen a 2-0 lead disappear. And we are in the bottom of the 6th inning. Never back where we started, but in a tie ball game. A lot's gone on since we started.
Yeah, it sure has. Been kind of wild, actually.
Here's the 1-2 delivery on the way. Well, you look at how the runs have been scored. The Red Sox, an RBI single, a sacrifice fly, the home run by Ortiz, a sacrifice fly, and a balk. The Orioles have had 2 runs scored on bases loaded walks, 1 home run, and ball and a ground ball double play. I mean, it's not exactly these two teams. Well, they've put up 5 runs each and some hits. The runs have come in some pretty
odd fashion.
Fantastic ways.
Yeah, right. Very odd fashion to score runs for sure. I mean, Buchholz, the wheels fell off in the 3rd inning, and you thought, man, he's not going to make it out of this inning. And he comes back in the 4th and gives up a leadoff home run to Davis, and you think, oh, he's got to be gone now. But here he is pitching into the 6th.
Retired the side in order in the 5th inning. Top of the order. Here's the 2-2 delivery, and Jones will take it, and the count goes full 3-2. So Adam Jones leading it off here in the 6th. 86th pitch of the ball game being thrown here, and a fly ball to center. Bird. And that will take care of the leadoff batter for the Orioles here in the 6th inning. Our PNC postgame tune-in will be coming up, brought to you by PNC Bank for the achiever in you. Jim and Rick standing by to look back on this one, and already a lot to review. Mike will join them. We'll hear Buck at his press conference and player interviews and more coming up on O's Extra. 2 in the bullpen. Kevin Gregg has been up 3 times, really, although last time he just kind of stood and watched in the last inning. Now he's throwing again. 1-0 count on Wieters. Wieters has grounded out twice. 6 for 17 lifetime off Buchholz. The big cut, and there's another one of those off-speed pitches. 1-1. Happy birthday, Matt Wieters. It's my birthday, too. Happy birthday to Matt. Still young enough to be counting them. Here's the 1-1 delivery on the way, and that pitch will be taken down low.
When do you start counting backwards? I think that's when I'm approaching that.
Well, I'm at a point where I forgot when I started counting backwards. A long time ago. 2-ball, 1-strike count. And that one's going to miss down low. Well, he falls behind here, 3-1. Clay Buchholz kind of grinding along here in this ball game. But Grilly's had only the one bad inning, third inning, where the Orioles got 4 runs and 3 hits, a couple of bases loaded walks. Retired the side in order 3 times, but if you were watching the game and weren't keeping score, you probably wouldn't believe that. Doesn't look that felt that way.
No. Seems like he's been on the edge the whole time.
And the 3-1, did he hold up? Yes. He looked down to third. No, he didn't go around. And there's walk number 4. And that'll bring up Chris Davis, who in the 4th inning leading off.
Wow, he hit that down and in fastball. Great swing, great strength, just dropping the head, short bat path to the ball. And he's just so strong. He goes a long ways.
Brittany on MLB.com. The Red Sox only thought Chris Davis could pitch well. Think again. That's pretty good.
That's right. He wasn't very successful offensively that day.
He did have a sense of humor about it, though. And a big cut. He did say afterwards, pitching, absolutely, because nothing else is going well.
Right.
Then he got the win, of course. Chris Davis in the 17-inning ball game, and Buchholz and Hunter were the starters in that game, just as they are starters tonight. And I think Andrew Miller's birthday is today, too. We got a lot of birthday people around. Buchholz, a long look. Here's the 0-1, and Davis will foul it back. Chris Davis, in getting the 2 innings pitch that was scoreless, got the win in Boston. That 17-inning game, the first American League position player to win a game since Rocky Colavito did it back in 1968.
Let's look at Darnell McDonald, former first-round pick of the Orioles.
He pitched and lost.
That's right, the losing pitcher.
Here's the 0-2 delivery. That one to right field is going to fall in for a base hit in front of Lynn. So Davis 2 for 3 in the ball game. Wieters goes down to second. 2 on and 1 down.
Well, once again, the base on balls getting Buchholz into some trouble.
So the Yankees, Red Sox, Bob McClure, pitching coach, on the phone there. 2 for 5 for the Red Sox in these situations. 2 for 4 for the Orioles, and that'll be it. Bobby Valentine on his way out, and he wants a left-hander. So Andrew Miller, whom you saw warming up in the bullpen, will be coming on to pitch here. Let's see if there's any change made by Buck Showalter in that regard. This ball game tied 5-5. The Orioles have 2 on. 5 1/3 innings, 5 runs so far. He's responsible for 2 on base, and the 4 walks. A problem as Buchholz tried to muscle his way through this, but out of there now, and the left-hander celebrating his 27th birthday today, Andrew Miller.
Yeah, Andrew Miller, live arm lefty, throws about 95 miles an hour. A little funky, big slider, sweeping slider. He's had great success this year. Lefties 143, righties 167. Pretty effective, obviously, on both sides.
So Andrew Miller will work. Miller was on the DL with a hamstring strain to start the year. He was a first-round selection in 06. 6th overall. 7 years now in the majors. Tigers, Marlins, and now the Red Sox. A starter initially by trade, now moved into the bullpen. So Andrew Miller with runners on first and second. Wilson Betemit will come to the plate. Betemit turns around. He's hitting 176 right-handed, 238 left. 6 home runs, 1 of them right-handed. And a chopper. Slow roller. And the tag will be made by Gonzalez. It will move the runners up, but there are 2 down. Wieters goes to third, and Davis down to second. That'll bring up Nick Johnson.
Another Red Sox player with a big beard.
Big.
It's cold up there in New England. Wicked cold.
Wicked. Yes, sir. Got them playoffs be going. Think Bruins are still in it. They're out. The bearded battery. Miller and Saltalamacchia. Here's Nick Johnson. And Johnson will take the pitch up high for a ball. It's an Orioles chance to get the lead back. Looking for the 2-out RBI. Johnson. Big chance right here. The DH has walked and singled. 2 for 8 off lefties. That one in the air to center. Bird going back. He's got it lined up. And he'll put it away. So Miller gets the job done. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 are left on base. Tie game. Hits over 6 innings, didn't walk anybody, struck out 3, but ran into trouble in the both the 3rd and the 6th innings in this ball game. Even though he was able to pick up some good looking strikeouts, Ortiz the next time around would get the home run off him, his 10th. A balk he committed would end up putting the tying run in. That's the one that's really got to rub him the wrong way. And here comes Kevin Gregg.
Well, you know, Tommy Hunter's frustrated about that balk, but Kevin Gregg's come in. He's done a great job in his last 7 appearances. He's been held scoreless. He's doing good. He's throwing strikes. He's being aggressive. He's mixing it up. 13-inning pitch there. lefties.
He was kind of the forgotten man for a while.
Yeah, but every time he's come in, and he's been in some crucial roles, like these extra inning ball games, very effective, and that's when every pitch matters in an extra inning game. And so Buck's feeling confident in his abilities as of late.
Greg will get the chance here. You saw the 9 and the third innings, giving nothing up. That's going to be fouled off. Lynn trying to get his first major league hit on a bunt, 0 for 2 with a couple of ground ball outs in the game. The number 9 hitter, Aviles and Pedroia, to follow in the top of the 7th inning. 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors. The Red Sox. 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors. The Orioles. Each team has left 3 on base. Red Sox are trying to win their 3rd in a row. They're 6.5 behind the Orioles in last place in the East. The Orioles are looking for their 28th win. They have a 2-game lead over Tampa Bay coming into today's game. 0-1 the count. And Greg's pitch is a called strike. This, of course, is where the Orioles have shined. Their bullpen's second best ERA, 3rd fewest hits per 9 innings, the 4th fewest walks. Slider's going to miss outside. 1 ball, 2 strike count on Lynn, getting the start in right field. One-two delivery, and that one's going to miss outside. That'll even the count up. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
The bullpen's definitely earned their keep. They've thrown a lot of innings, about 146 innings this year, and they've been getting used with so many extra inning games. Yesterday, unfortunately, a short outing by Chen, and had to go back into that bullpen.
Got him. Put 2 way outside, brought that one in close enough, and he gets the strikeout.
A pretty good breaking ball right there by Kevin Gregg. Kept the ball down in the zone, threw one down and away, but the next pitch, the strikeout pitch, filthy breaking ball, showed itself up and then dropped down out of the zone to get the swing and the miss. And this might be it right here. Sure is. Good pitch.
That ball in the air to left field is going to fall in for a base hit. So Aviles is on with his second hit. He's 2 for 4, a couple of singles in the game. That'll bring Dustin Pedroia to the plate. Visit Orioles.com/bobblehead now. Vote for the AT&T Fans Choice bobblehead September 30. Orioles going to make his bobblehead debut, and you're going to decide which player it is. You can vote for Mark Reynolds, J.J. Hardy, Tommy Hunter, Jake Arrieta, or Robert Andino. Voting's going to end next week. Hardy and Andino leading in a tight race right now. Go to Orioles.com/bobblehead for details. That's hit number 10 for the Red Sox. Here's Pedroia. And a strike on the outside corner. Dustin Pedroia 1 for 4, lifetime off Greg. Got his sac fly in the 3rd inning when the Red Sox got a couple of runs. They added 3 in the 6th on the Ortiz home run. The RBI sac by Neva and a balk down the line. That's going to be trouble for the Orioles. Into the corner to get it, Markakis. Aviles will head to 3rd. Pedroia goes into 2nd. And the Red Sox have their 3rd double of the ball game, putting 2 in scoring position with 1 out. Pedroia the hit.
Pedroia extends his 20-game hitting streak against the Orioles. Pretty good pitch down and away. Might have caught a little bit too much of the plate. Pedroia handles it pretty well, drives it to right field, skipping past Markakis. Michael Aviles, he's got in his mind that he wants to score, but nice job holding up right there. Runners in scoring position with 1 out, 2nd and 3rd.
And they're going to walk Ortiz with Gonzalez waiting on deck. Pick your poison. Against Greg, Ortiz is 1 for 9. Gonzalez 2 for 10. This, of course, sets up the possibility of the double play.
Well, it does, and it'll be interesting to see how the Orioles play their defense. They've been shifting on Gonzalez, and Gonzalez has tried to beat it twice, once with a bunt and once with a double down the left field line.
Well, we're about to find out. Bases loaded, 1 out, tie game, 7th inning.
Wayne Kirby out there shading the outfield, pushing Adam Jones. to the left field side of second base and moving Xavier Avery over a little bit.
And Dino will stay a little shorter towards the plate than he might otherwise in the shift, in order to get to a ground ball quicker to try and get the double play. Ortiz, you don't have big speed at first or at the plate. Gregg's delivery will be outside for a ball.
And Hardy stays at the shortstop side of second base.
Breeze now, which was blowing in earlier, is a little bit out to left now, kind of right to left. Here's the 1-0 pitch to him. That's a strike. Kevin Gregg worked a couple of games in the series at Fenway. He went 3 innings, gave up no runs on just 1 hit in the Orioles sweep of the Red Sox earlier this year in Boston. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's fouled away, and he gets ahead on the count 1-2.
Well, Kevin Gregg,
Gonzalez, the double his last time up.
Kevin Gregg's been very aggressive in the zone. He's mixed up his pitches very well recently. He's had command of all his pitches.
Base is loaded, 1 away. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And taken away. 2 ball, 2 strike count. Lead runner, Aviles with a single, Pedroia the double at second, and the intentional walk to Ortiz on at first base. Ortiz getting his 4th intentional pass. 2-2 delivery. In the air, left field, going back Avery. He'll make the catch, tagging up Aviles will score. Throw will come in the 3rd, and the Red Sox go back on top. 6-5. RBI for Gonzalez.
Well, Gonzalez takes what he's given. Got a fastball up in the zone, up and away, and just serves it up over there to left field to get the easy sac fly.
Well, Gonzalez gets the job done for the Red Sox, his 22nd RBI. Now runners at first and second with 2 down. And here's Middlebrooks. 2 singles and a ground ball out. And the pitch is taken for a strike. Well, the Red Sox had the lead earlier, 2-0. It only lasted for their half of the 3rd inning. They've got it back now in the 7th. Pitch away for a ball. And here we go again in a ball game in which the Orioles are going to try and pick up late inning runs to get a win. Middlebrooks the 1-1. Foul. Told you about the Cody Ross broken bone in his foot, hit by a pitch. MRI came in just before the ball game. He'll probably go on the DL tomorrow. Kevin Youkilis is playing at Pawtucket today. Bobby Valentine said these things have a way of taking care of themselves, don't they? What that probably means is Cody Ross goes on the DL, Youkilis is added, and this man Middlebrooks gets to stay. Middlebrooks came up from AAA when Youkilis went on the DL, and he's played extremely well. They want to keep him here, and will be able to, it looks like. And the pitch is taken down low. So a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Pedroia and Ortiz will be running. And Kevin Gregg will be trying to end the inning right here. 3-2.
Nice pitch, good movement. Little cutter slider away.
Tommy Hunter, the starter, non-decisioned in the ball game, as is the Red Sox starter, Buchholz. 3-2 delivery. Runners go again. That's a base hit up the middle. Pedroia will score easily. Ortiz stops at second base. And the Red Sox have a 2-run lead with a big 2-out base hit.
Well, pretty big hit right there by Middlebrook. Takes the pitch down in the zone and drives it back up the middle. That's why they're so excited about that young man. continues to impress with his bat.
Well, Middlebrooks with the RBI. Troy Patton, the left-hander, in the bullpen. Rick Adair, the pitching coach, to the mound. The Red Sox now have 12 hits in this game, 7 runs on 12 hits in taking the 7-5 lead, and obviously for Kevin Gregg ends the consecutive scoreless inning appearances at 9 2/3 innings. And the Red Sox still have 2 on. Saltalamacchia, a base hit. He has struck out and grounded out. 2 runs in here in the 7th. And a strike on Saltalamacchia.
Nasty slider right there, down and in. Saltalamacchia looking to be aggressive. A lot of times when a pitching coach goes out to talk to the pitcher, he's saying get ahead, throw good strikes. Kevin Gregg snapped off a nasty slider to him right there, first pitch.
Saltalamacchia's got an 0 for 4 against Gregg. The Orioles put the shift on. Hardy moves to the other side of second. 1-1 pitch, breaking ball, be taken down low. And a 2-ball, 1-strike count on Saltalamacchia. Red Sox have been scoring runs. They came into this ball game outscoring opponents 56-25 in the last 10 games. Here's the 2-1 delivery, and it's a foul ball.
Well, the Red Sox have been getting hot in all aspects of their game. Their starting pitchers have been doing a great job getting decisions in 8 of the 10 games. And obviously the offense heating up as well. So a lot of cylinders are clicking for the Red Sox. We've run into them while they're hot, but the Orioles have been hot as well. So we knew it was going to be a good contest, but a pretty interesting way for everybody to kind of score runs up until this point.
And the Red Sox playing without any of their starting outfielders. 2-ball, 2-strike count. And a big counter to miss. Gets the strikeout, 2 runs in. Red Sox take the lead. Our 7th inning stretch brought to you by Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey. Fly straight. Drink. The Red Sox had the early lead 2-0. The Orioles went up 5-2, their biggest lead, and now the Red Sox right back at it as they've got the 2-run lead. 7th inning stretch time, Gary Thorne and Mike Bordick. We mentioned the fact that the Orioles have been doing in winning ball games, Mike, late inning runs. They find a way to do that. What's the psychology that gets you there in baseball to do that?
Well, you do it once or twice in a season. It just starts building your confidence, and they've done it so many times this year that they never feel like they're out of a ball game. So here we are coming in late innings of the ball game. They're behind a little bit right now, but I guarantee you there's nobody in that dugout that thinks they're going to lose the ball game. They're still playing to win. They're going to fight till the end.
How much does the fact the bullpen's been so good, what is that a factor as far as offensive players are concerned?
Well, it rubs off on everybody. I'll tell you what, if the bullpen can keep them in a ball game, that's when it builds the confidence to let the offense do their part, because they have such a productive offense. Guys that can hit home runs are leading the league in homers, so they always have a chance. So with the bullpen holding that game in check, keeps the offensive hopes up.
And the Orioles have done that as well, or better than virtually every team in the American League when it comes to these late inning affairs. Miller came on in relief. He's going to stay on the mound here, the left-hander, and Robert Andino will lead it off against him. And the pitch is going to be a called strike. Andino's picked up a single, scored a run, and has hit into one of the 2 double plays the Orioles have hit into in the game. Here's the 0-1 delivery, and that's going to be outside. Andrew Miller retired the 2 that he faced in the 6th inning. Avery and then Hardy are due up. Right-handers, only 6 at-bats against him coming into the game, 1 for 6. And the left-handers 2 for 14. You can see Miller's almost turned into, at the age of 27, a specialist, one of those left-handed guys who comes in to get a left-hander out.
Well, it seems like he's been getting everybody out here recently. Their whole bullpen is heating up as well. We were talking about their team being on all cylinders. Their bullpen's been solid. They've been getting pretty good starting pitching, and their offense has been solid as well.
Bobby Valentine said once he set Aceves as the closer, it seemed to allow the other bullpen members to find their place in the pen and be consistent. 3-1, Andino in the air, right field. Lynn. 1 down. For every Orioles walk this season, Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield will contribute $50 to support the American Heart Association Heart Walk. To date, the Orioles have drawn 124 walks, $6,200. Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield encourages each of us to take that first step towards a healthier and more active lifestyle. Here's Avery. Put away, nobody on. Middlebrooks stays in at third, looking for the bunt. A sweeping.
Well, Xavier Avery's
slusher right there that gets the strike zone.
Yeah, it was. Xavier Avery's only been up for a short time, but already the scouting report out on him. See the corner guys in to defense that speed that X-Man has.
1 for 4 against left-handers for Avery. One ball, 1 strike count. Miller's pitch to him jammed him right in on the hands, and it goes to 1-2.
Yeah, that's pretty quick coming from the left side. A little bit of a crossfire, 95 miles an hour. Hits a spot and ties Xavier up a little.
Ooh. That one into the kitchen, almost the pantry. And a 2-ball, 2-strike count on Avery. Mike was talking about this bullpen. The Red Sox have given up 1 run or less in 24 of their last 26 games. The bullpen. That goes all the way back to April 23rd. And a swing and a miss.
Well, here's a 95 mile an hour fastball on the outer part of the plate. He showed him that hard fastball in. Finishes him off with 95 away. Didn't give him much to hit that at bat.
To say this looks like a different Andrew Miller than we have seen from last year and even early this year. Here's Hardy, and we'll take the pitch down low for a ball. Hardy hitting .389 off left-handers. The Orioles are down by 2, being out hit 2-1, 12-6 in hits. Red Sox favor. Strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Hardy with the 5th best average against left-handers in the league. Jeter still number 1, hitting .511 against lefties. And a 1-ball, 2-strike count on Hardy.
JJ's been getting pitched too tough. Of course, he's been one of those Orioles that's been heating up lately. First pitch breaking ball, next pitch down and away 97, and that was just a hard pouring slider in.
Saltalamacchia framed that and does not get the call. And it stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hardy in the top 10 in home runs with the 9 that he has put up. He's tied for 7th. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and that breaking ball is going to miss outside, and the count will go full, 3-2. Now the Orioles looking to get that potential tying run to the plate in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Three ball, 2 strike count.
Seems like that's all it's taken to ignite this offense late in the game. If they're down by a couple, guy gets on, and boy, that confidence just grows and grows, and everybody just feels good in there.
3-2 again. Hardy is gone. A good pitch. Worked the inside part of the plate. Miller gets a couple of strikeouts, has retired all 5 faced. Teams in game 2 against the Red Sox. Brian Mattis on the mound against Felix Dubrow. Our coverage on MASN 2 begins at 6:30. O's Extra presented by Jeep, followed by our game at 7. All the access you need right here on MASN. The young pitcher trying to find his place in the starting rotation with the Red Sox, and Brian Mattis working his way back.
Yeah, Brian Mattis has been throwing pretty well lately. Starting to build his confidence back up. Troy Patton now in the ball game. We're leaving Kevin Gregg. 17 games he's been in, 18 innings, 18 hits, 9 earned runs, 4 base on balls, and 12 Ks. About the same. Lefties 237, righties 257, but he's given up those 3 home runs to right-handed batters.
So Patton will try and hold the Red Sox here in the 8th inning. Neva, real good night. Couple of singles, sac fly, and will take the pitch on the inside corner for a strike. Daniel Neva, 154 right-handed, 421 left-handed coming into the ball game. Neva getting the last dozen starts in left field for Boston. Patton with the 0-1 delivery to him, and that'll be fouled off. So Kevin Gregg works an inning, couple of runs, 3 hits, 1 intentional walk, and 2 strikeouts. So he's the pitcher of record right now for the Orioles, and Miller for Boston. 2 starters, Hunter, 5 runs, 9 hits over 6. The Buckholz, 5 runs, 6 hits, 5 1/3. Both ND'd in this game. And Neva on a check swinging around. Home plate umpire makes that call. Patton gets the K.
Pretty good pitch right here, sinking down and away. Neva tries to hold up, can't do it. Home plate umpire Al Porter makes the call.
Patton has been a real pleasant surprise in the Orioles bullpen. I really think doing a lot more out of the pen than anybody anticipated. Gets the ground ball off Marlon Bird's bat to Hardy. 2 down. And our PNC minor league report. Numbers last night with Delmarva for Dylan Bundy. Continues to just dumbfound opponents. 5 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 4 strikeouts. On the season, he has not allowed an earned run in 30 innings, and the opponent batting average is 53. Brought to you by PNC for the achiever in you. Dylan, where art thou? Not far away. Here's Lynn. He will take it for a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Lynn 0 for 3.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if they start challenging him a little bit, moving him up, you know, now that he's at that 5 innings pitched level.
1 delivery. That'll be fouled away.
They keep him down there, obviously, to develop his off-speed pitches and get more confident. But as a competitor, if they can't hit a 97-mile-an-hour fastball, he's going to continue to throw that. So maybe at the next level, which I think will come pretty quick, they'll be challenged a little bit more.
Lynn gets his first major league hit. Now the 23-year-old out of Taiwan will get the baseball. David Ortiz out there to scoop it up. His teammates applaud. Big smile. And Lynn is in the record books with a base hit. Lynn gets it done in just his 3rd game. And as we said, he had no at-bat, so it'll be his 4th major league at-bat where he gets a single. Top of the order, Aviles now. And Aviles will take it away for a ball. That's 13 hits in the ball game for the Red Sox. Aviles 0 for 2 lifetime against Patton. Lynn off first, and a number foul. Aviles hitting .365 off left-handers, 150 points higher than he is against righties. Opener of the series, 16,392 on hand here at Camden Yards tonight. 16,392. They're seeing a good ball game and not done yet. Here's the 1-1 delivery, and another one nub foul the other way.
You know, the Red Sox, it seems, for so many years have had some hitters come up there with such unique, you know, styles and stances. I remember when I was a kid watching Carl Yastrzemski and his hands up over his head, and of course Kevin Youkilis, well known for that very unique approach. But here Michael Aviles has kind of an interesting setup at the plate as well.
1-2 delivery. It's not something you teach.
No, it sure isn't. I mean, you know, there are fundamentals about hitting that you teach. How you get to those fundamentals, I guess nobody really cares as long as you can get there consistently. And Kevin Youkilis proves that point every time he steps in the box. I have no idea how he gets his hands back in the hitting position.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. With Youkilis coming back to the club tomorrow and probably being activated, there have been rumors around that other clubs are taking a look. Will the Red Sox be willing to move him in light of Middlebrooks and his play at third base?
Well, I think they may, although with so many injury concerns right now for the Red Sox and so many guys on the disabled list, they need to keep guys around until guys start healing up.
Foul away, 1 ball, 2 strike count. Middlebrooks has certainly earned his keep. He's being called up in place of Youkilis. He's been outstanding. Bobby Valentine obviously very happy with the way he's performed. Here's the 1-2 delivery, and that's going to be outside. And a 2 ball, 2 strike count. If Youkilis was available, would the Orioles be interested? He's a Gold Glover at first and third, or was. Here's the 2-2 delivery, and did he foul it off? No. It's going to be a strikeout and a wild pitch. So the inning is going to stay alive. I think Davis was trying to move to the inside of the bag, but he wasn't on it when the throw came.
Yeah, nasty pitch down. It just never bounced up to Matt Wieters. Wieters thought it was going to come up, and it just hit the edge of that, either the plate or the dirt, and stayed down, gets between his legs. And really surprised that Matt Wieters actually made that throw right there. Kind of risky. The ball goes all the way to the backstop. He was aware that Aviles took his time getting out of the box, but pretty risky there.
Now here's Pedroia. I mean, this is a big at bat. We're in the 8th inning, 7-5 ball game. The Red Sox lead. Inning should be over, but Pedroia gets the opportunity. Pedroia is 0 for 1. The only time he has faced Patton. Runners on at first and second base. Pedroia 235 off lefties. Go figure that one. And that pitch is going to miss, and the count goes to 2-0. 301 overall. Pedroia with a double in the ball game tonight and a sac fly and an RBI. Pedroia hit .358 off left-handers last year. 2-0 count. And he gets a base hit. Avery charging. They're going to wave him home. Here's the play at the plate to Wieters. Not a strong enough arm by Avery to get it there. And Pedroia gets a big 2-out single and an RBI to make it 8-5.
Well, nice job by Pedroia. Base hit to left field. Avery comes in after it aggressively, and it looks like out of his hand it's going to be a good throw and carry, but it just faded at the end. Up the line and not a chance to get the runner scoring.
So Pedroia's got a 2 RBI ball game and 20 on the year. And that strikeout wild pitch really mattered and may matter more. Here's David Ortiz. And a ground ball into the shift. Andino at second base, and the big hop makes the play and will get the out. But having to go that extra batter by Patton costs the Orioles a run. .com/all-star. Honor Camden Yard's 20th anniversary by voting at least 20 times. You can do it up to 21 times online. So select those you think should go to KC. And one lucky winner is going to get an autographed jersey from those who vote. Remember, you can vote up to 25 times. Vote often, vote early. Orioles.com/all-star. Now you're talking about this bullpen that has settled down. Here's one of the big reasons, Rich Hill.
Well, no doubt about it. You can see that right there. 1.08 ERA in 10 games. Another strong lefty out of the pen for the Red Sox. And it just seems like ever since David Ortiz called a team meeting about a week and a half ago, the Red Sox have responded. Playing good ball all the way around. There's one of the Red Sox captains. I would think that Dustin Pedroia is on that list as well, but Ortiz taking charge, calling a team meeting, telling his team to pick it up a little bit.
Players only, please.
Right. Probably the most important meetings, actually.
Yep. So let's see what the Orioles can do with it here. Down by 3 as we go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Markakis, RBI and a bases loaded walk. Otherwise 0 for 2 in the ball game. Hill is on a streak. He has held the opponents hitless. 8 straight appearances covering 6 innings. That's going to end right there. Nick Markakis gets a base hit to lead off the 8th. And the Orioles get one of the hits they need. Time to text in your vote for the AT&T Player of the Game. The candidates tonight: Chris Davis, who's delivered a homer and a single in the ball game. Middlebrooks, who's come up big. He's had 3 hits, 2 RBIs. David Ortiz has delivered with his 10th home run of the season. Text in your vote, A, B, or C, 318-26. So that will end the streak that Hill had going. And here is Adam Jones. Flied out his last time up. Is hit into a double play, grounded out. 12-game hit streak he has not extended yet, and the off-speed pitch is in there for a strike. Well, let's see. Adam Jones, consecutive series with a home run right now. 6. Adam Dunn has had 8. Josh Reddick and Josh Hamilton with 7. Here's the 0-1 delivery. And the pitch is taken down low, 1-1.
Hill doesn't typically use his fastball. He's pretty much a slider pitcher, both to righties and lefties. He likes to backdoor that big slider because he sweeps it across, kind of across his body.
Vicente Padilla in the bullpen. 1-1 delivery, foul back. Hill's 32 years old, played with the Red Sox last year for only 9 games during the season. He was on the DL a number of times, ended up having surgery on a torn ulnar collateral ligament in his left arm. Yes, Tommy John. And now Hill back, trying to put it back together again. He has not pitched very much over the last 2 seasons. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Jones fouls that one back, and it'll stay at a ball and 2 strikes.
Kind of challenging Adam Jones. I think Adam Jones has been seeing a lot of off-speed pitches lately, a lot of breaking balls, a lot of change-ups. Started him off with that big slider for a strike, and he's just pumped him 3 fastballs in a row.
Adams hit 244 off left-handers so far, 328 off righties. Markakis on at first base, 1 ball, 2 strike count. Hill with a 1-2 delivery. Off speed, it's going to be a base hit. Markakis will make the turn and head to third. Played in by Lynn. Any way they come. He hung in there and bloops it over the head of Gonzalez.
Well, he did. 2-strike approach. He's just trying to battle. And he does. He stays inside that breaking ball. Just fights it off to right field. Nice at bat. Great approach by Adam Jones with 2 strikes. Keep this little rally going. No outs. Runners at first and third.
So he has equaled his career high with the 13-game hit streak, and couldn't have come at a more appropriate time for the Orioles. Now the potential tying run is at the plate, and it is Matt Wieters. Matt has had an 0 for 2 and a walk in the game. First and third, nobody out, and the throw over to get him back. So Wieters will bat right-handed against the lefty, hitting .281 right-handed, no home runs. He continues to have all the numbers except for the average coming from the other side. All 8 homers and 19 of his 20 RBIs. And the pitch by Hill is there for a strike. We're talking about the late inning ball games the Orioles have come back in games decided in the 7th inning or later, and this is one of those. The Orioles have gone 13-3 in those games. They have only lost 4 games where they have scored 4 runs. 0-1 delivery. May I have your attention, please?
A little upshoot fastball right there. There it is. Kind of takes off up and in on the zone. Matt Wieters does a nice job turning away from that pitch.
2 on, nobody out. 1 ball, 1 strike delivery. We'll wait.
Hill kind of showing that move. Base runners have stole 14 out of 16 bases off him. So, he doesn't have any kind of tricky move, but keeping Adam Jones honest over there, and he's very slow to the plate, averaging about a 1.5, 1.6 with his times.
So although Mike has thrown out only 14%, that'll be foul back. This is one of those where you be the manager. The Orioles hit into a lot of double plays. Matt Wieters hits into a lot of double plays. You're trailing by 3. You're in the 8th inning, 1st and 3rd. Jones is your runner at first. Would you send him to try and stay out of the potential double play ground ball? I'm not asking.
Well, okay. I'd put on the home run sign right now.
Put on the home run sign. Good manager.
Solve all the problems.
Markakis Jones, the base runners. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Runner not going. And an off-speed pitch that time that Matt had to kind of jump at, and holds the count at 1-2.
Yeah, slow breaking ball right there. Well, you don't want to run yourself out of the inning. Take a chance. You're giving Matt Wieters there's a hole over there, a big hole. But certainly don't want to run yourself into an out when you're down by 3.
Again, the 1-2. Wieters again. Another off-speed pitch. This time he got way around on it and puts it into the Red Sox dugout. Actually made it through that little doorway there.
This is called turning on a pitch. Woo. Never safe either. Oh, my goodness.
Stay alert, stay alive.
Man, you got that right.
In the stands or in the dugout. Real battle enjoined here. 1 ball, 2 strike count on Wieters. Off speed again. 3 in a row.
He loves throwing that slider. Matt Wieters continues to battle and fight it off.
Now, if you're a hitter, you really got to be wondering here, right? 3 off-speed pitches in a row.
Yeah. Well, that's the book on him, though. He loves to throw these sliders.
7th pitch of the at-bat, 1-2, fastball. Hoped he might have slowed his bat down enough to put one by him.
Nice job by Matt, though, staying short just to battle and fight that off. Using kind of that same approach that Adam Jones did right there.
Five foul balls in a row. 8th pitch of the at-bat. 1-2 delivery. Wieters fouls it off again. Almost, but not quite.
See, now it's getting to the point where Hill's got to be thinking, oh boy, he's getting close on the slider. You better make a really good pitch with it, like down in the zone or off the plate, just off the plate. Maybe bury it hard down and in, but man, oh man, it's getting close. Matt Wieters he's getting on it.
Markakis at 3rd, Jones at 1st. 1 ball, 2 strike delivery again. Wieters wins the battle. Base hit into left field. Scoring is Markakis, and it is an 8-6 ball game. What an at-bat for the Oriole catcher.
Yeah, that was something special right there. Quite a battle between both Hill and Wieters. Wieters coming out on top. Here he tries to get that fastball up and away. Now Wieters stays on top of it. Nice short swing on the right side. after fouling off 5 pitches in a row. And he wins the battle. That puts a smile on his face.
His 21st RBI. Still nobody out. Runners at first and second. Davis is coming to the plate. Padilla's ready in the bullpen. Randy Neiman, the pitching bullpen coach, is out there. They're not going to make the change. Bobby Valentine himself coming out to talk to Hill. Davis hits about 50 points higher against right-handers. He's 240 off the lefties. Has had one of his home runs against left-handers. He picked up the home run in the 4th inning of this ball game. The Orioles runners at first and second base. Davis stands in. Orioles attempting another late inning comeback. Bottom of the 8th, down by 2. And Davis with a home run cut on the off-speed pitch in front of it.
Boy, another big slow breaking ball from Hill right there. He certainly isn't afraid to throw that pitch. He tries to seem like in the last few at bats tried to sneak that fastball by. I'm sure he does the same to lefties.
Here's the 0-1 delivery. Down to first, over the bag, no. Foul ball. Whoa! Oh, was that close?
It looked like you saw some chalk come up down there.
Right on the line, Larry Vanover.
Wayne Kirby there too. And I'm sure if it was a fair ball, Wayne Kirby would have let him know. There he is. He's got his eye on everything.
Thus the game of inches. So Hill ahead on the count, 2 strikes. Remind, there's still nobody out here in the 8th. Rich Hill coming on in relief has given up consecutive singles to Markakis, Jones, and Wieters. Here's the 0-2 delivery. Davis takes it.
Because Davis, of course, hitting that home run in the 4th inning. How about that? 5 of the 6 home runs have come off the American League East. That's a good weapon to have in your division.
4 of his 6 have come here at home. Jones at second, Wieters at first. The 1-2 delivery. Davis on a slow roller. Hill will field it and make the flip. Ooh. Gonzalez thought he was going to tag him out, so he was looking at the runners and had to really find a way to juggle that and make the play at first base.
Here it is. Hill kind of dekes Gonzalez. He looks at Davis like he's going to tag it. Gonzalez, pretty good play right there just to catch it. Kind of shocked. Barehanded him, actually.
Well, he gets the job done, moving the runners up into scoring position. The 2 that could tie the game. That will take Hill out of the ball game. And Vicente Padilla, who's been warmed up, is coming in. We're in the bottom of the 8th. The Orioles down by 2. Have 2 on and 1 away. accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Orioles. It's been a really beautiful night here at Camden Yards. We started out 75 degrees, has cooled off quite a bit. Rain was in the area throughout the day. We've had none tonight. It is Vicente Padilla.
Here is Vicente Padilla. 17 innings pitched this year, 22 hits, 11 earned runs, 5 base on balls, 17 Ks. Lefties 222 batting average, righties 378. So he doesn't want to face a righty right now.
So Padilla will work to Betemit. A base hit to tie the ball game up. 1 down, 2 on. And Betemit takes it away. Padilla's been one of the best at leaving runners on. He has stranded all 13 inherited runners this year. He has entered with the bases loaded twice. He leads the major leagues in that department. And he's got 2 on here, a veteran. Here's the 1-0 delivery. Betemit will take it away. And the count goes to 2-0. Padilla worked against the, you see the numbers, worked against the Orioles in 2 games in Boston. He worked an inning and 2/3, gave up a run on 3 hits in those games. Wilson Betemit 0 for 4 off Padilla. 2-0 delivery. That's there. Battle of the bullpens. Hill worked just a third of an inning, gave up 3 hits, responsible for both base runners.
Padilla generally around the plate, pretty aggressive in the zone. When he does make mistakes, though, it's up in the zone.
Betemit a single, 1 for 3. Betemit will foul it back, so Padilla comes back on him and evens the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Atchison is. Morales is up in the bullpen now. Atchison had been up early, and the closer is Chavez. Padilla worked yesterday in the game at Philadelphia, 3rd of an inning. Got an out and a walk. 2 ball, 2 strike count. Jones at 3rd, Wieters at 2nd. Potential tying runs. Betemit in the air to left field. Not deep. Neva coming in. No chance to tag. Throw will come into 3rd, and there's a very big out. 2 down.
Well, Padilla stayed very aggressive. Just came after him with fastballs. Of course, probably didn't want to use his splitter or his slider for fear, you know, they might get by the catcher, Saltalamacchia. You know, he's good back there at that. They got runners at 2nd and 3rd. A close ball game. He just decided to stay aggressive.
He is one of those pitchers with the philosophy of here it is, hit it if you can.
Yeah. And pretty successful at that philosophy.
Yep. So now with 2 down, here's Nick Johnson, the Orioles DH. A walk, a run scored, a single, 1 for 2. But he has pitched to him, and it will catch the inside corner for a strike. Orioles great chance to get this thing tied up. 0 for 7 with a couple of strikeouts for Johnson against Padilla. Orioles getting the first 3 on in the inning and 1 in so far. 0-1 Nick Johnson and a strike called.
Both teams doing pretty well tonight with runners in scoring position. Red Sox 4 for 9, Orioles 3 for 9. Orioles would like to make it 4 for 10 right here.
Big one right here. So far, the Red Sox have left 7 and the Orioles 3. 2 strike count, Nick Johnson. Runners off 2nd and 3rd. And that's going to be inside, but he is staying right in there. And a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Jones at 3rd. Wieters at 2nd. Both with singles. And Nick Johnson trying to get him home. Orioles down by 2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Johnson goes down swinging. Stayed in, and then one away, and records the outs, and Padilla continues to leave runners stranded. An 8-6 Red Sox lead. Find our fares online only at southwest.com and by Dodge. See your authorized Dodge dealer and experience a world of performance, design, and fuel efficiency. Schedule a test drive or go to Dodge.com and check out their powerful lineup. Congratulate all of the graduates around Maryland, particularly here in Baltimore. It was a big graduation day downtown around the convention center. A lot of schools had graduations today. Congratulations to all of you. Patton's going to stay on as we go to the ninth inning. Gonzalez, Middlebrooks, and Salta Lamakia do up. Adrian Gonzalez will stand in. Patton, a couple of strikeouts. Runs scored against him in the eighth inning. And Gonzalez will take the pitch for a strike. An offensive game. 8-14-0 for the Red Sox. 6-9-0 for the Orioles. Patton's pitch fouled off left field side. And a 2-strike count. Gonzalez 4 for 6 off Patton. And this year, 273 average against left-handers. 0-2 delivery. And Gonzalez goes down swinging. Patton's got his third strikeout. One away in the ninth. Now for Brad, 8 strikeouts tonight. Brad, you have won a total of $1,300 from the Maryland Lottery. For your chance to be the Maryland Lottery contestant of the game, play Strike It Rich scratch-offs and enter your non-winning ticket codes at mdlottery.com/strikeitRich. Congratulations. 3 for Hunter, 2 for Greg, and 3 for Patton in the strikeout departments. Will Middlebrooks. Big night, 3 hits. RBI, runs scored. He's had 3 singles, 3 for 4. Middlebrooks in the air to center. 2 down. Follow the Orioles with the MLB.com at Bat 12 app for your iPhone, iPad, Android, BlackBerry, and Windows Mobile. Get live audio pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. Just text at BAT 31826 or go to Orioles.com for details. Salta Lamakia with a single, 1 for 4. He's had only 3 hits against left-handers, 3 for 16. 299 off righties, 188 off left-handers.
Troy Patton's done a nice job since he's come in this game, but he's done a nice job all year. Buck Showalter's asked a lot of him. Occasionally come in just for lefty-lefty matchup, but you know, a lot of times to go in there and throw 2, sometimes 3 innings, and he's done a super job. Buck Showalter has great confidence in Troy Patton.
For most of the time, he's been the only left-hander in the bullpen.
Right.
1 ball, 1 strikeout. 2 down, nobody on. And every time that happens, Bobby Valentine has to have a heart attack. It's been one injury after another, and he's seen those kinds of things go on, as happened with Cody Ross. He was talking today about the fact Ross wears catcher's shin guards, and it still came in sideways and hit his foot and broke a bone, a small bone.
Oh, there's a look at that one right off the shin. Man, oh man.
You really want that bat to hurry up after that, don't you? I mean, you don't, but you do. And then you come back and ladle 1 foul. 1-2.
Well, I think so many times as a hitter you foul one off your foot, and then you become protective of that inside pitch, and you saw right there Saltalamacchia getting the head out in front, pulling that ball foul down the left field line into the stands, but he was trying to protect. He's doing that same thing to either his foot or his shin.
And went outside, will miss, and the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes on Saltalamacchia. The Orioles in this series are going to be going after their 4th consecutive series win against the Red Sox. And a good pitch to get him. 4 strikeouts for Patton. We go to the bottom of the 9th, and Dino, Avery, Hardy due up. The Orioles had a great chance in that 8th inning, leaving 2 in scoring position. And now if they're going to get it done here in the bottom of the 9th, it will be even tougher. Here's the closer.
Yeah, Alfredo Aceves, 19 games, got a pretty high ERA, but he's been pretty effective lately. Much of the bullpen has been right on time. Lefty's hitting .275, righty's .235. Live fastball, tops out about 96 miles an hour. Has some pretty good arm side sink on a 2-seam fastball.
He's been moved into that closer spot by Bobby Valentine. A position opened up with, of course, Papelbon gone and kind of by committee to start it. And now Aceves has been named the 1, and he's got 9 saves on the season. Padilla has picked up 1. But Aceves has looked really good. Take a look at our voting for the AT&T Player of the Game. There are the results so far. You can text in your vote, A, B, or C, 31826. Results on the O's Extra post-game show. Padilla pitching in the game yesterday got a hold. He's in a situation to do that again. Aceves pitching in the game yesterday worked an inning, had 2 strikeouts, and got the save. 9 out of 11 for Aceves. Padilla worked 2/3 of an inning, had a strikeout. Hill worked 1/3 of an inning, gave up the 3 hits and 1 run. Miller worked an inning and 2/3, 2 strikeouts. Miller's the pitcher of record for the Red Sox, and Kevin Gregg for the Orioles. Here's Andino. And a pitch on the inside corner for a strike.
Andino doesn't like that call. It's kind of funny sometimes you see catchers set up in a spot and then they reach across the plate. Umpires don't generally give him that pitch, but he got it there.
0 for 11 against Aceves is Andino. 1 ball, 1 strike count. The Orioles had a 5-2 lead at one point. Wind is picked up again and blowing in. And that is hit long and foul. 1 ball, 2 strike count on Andino. Single in his first at bat, 3rd inning, and scored. A 9-pitch at bat. The Orioles got 4 runs in the 3rd, another in the 4th, and then added 1 in the 8th. Avery, Hardy, Markakis, Wieters all have RBIs. Goes to 3rd. Middlebrooks. 1 down. Avery, the leadoff batter, drew a walk, scored in the 3rd inning, a bases loaded walk. Officially is 0 for 3 at the plate. Red Sox with a lot of chances in the game. People on base. Number of the innings after Tommy Hunter, the Orioles starter, retired the first 6, ran into trouble in the 3rd. Avery will take it. It's a strike on the inside corner. Orioles trying to coax a walk here.
Well, corners are in again. Aware of Avery's speed late in the ball game. Need a guy on base.
Outside corner this time. Oh, to the count. And fouled off outside of first base.
Xavier seen a lot of pitches since he's been up here, and a lot of off-speed stuff, been pitch tough. Look at this at bat, 2 breaking balls to start off, then about a 95-mile-an-hour fastball inside.
And the 0-2, that's a chopper that's a fair ball. And the throw made by Saltalamacchia. 2 down in the bottom of the 9th.
So slider, fastball, changeup. It's Avery to hit it off the end of the bat.
So the Red Sox 1 out away from taking the opener in this series, and it would be their 3rd win in a row if they can get it. Hardy at RBI single, 1 for 4 in the game. And a swing and a miss. Foul tipped into the mitt, says Al Porter, the home plate umpire. Kevin Gregg worked an inning, 2 runs, 3 hits. Could suffer his 2nd loss. He'd be 2-2. Andrew Miller could get the win. His first decision of the year on his birthday, if he gets it. And a 1 ball, 1 strike count. Orioles need to get that man on. Markakis waiting on deck. Here's the 1-1 by Aceves. Dropped it outside that time.
Nice
and
take.
A 2-1 count.
Nice take right there by J.J. Hardy. Yeah. Boy, getting J.J. Hardy on base right now, and you get probably a couple of the hottest 3-4 hitters in the game. Give the Orioles a chance here with 2 outs in the 9th.
Here's the 2-1 delivered. Hardy thought about it. Oh. Larry Vanover says he went around 2-2.
Yeah, Wayne Kirby lets him know that he didn't think that was a swing.
The rally cap's on. Hardy's got to get on. Here's the 2-2 delivery by Aceves. Hardy will foul it back. Aceves had only 4 major league saves prior to this year. 2 of those he got with Boston last year. He was a starter in 4 games, a reliever in 51. He had a real good 2.61 ERA, and his record was 10-2.
Yeah, another one of those versatile pitchers out of that Red Sox bullpen.
Here's the 2-2 delivery. Hardy takes it outside, and a full count, 3-2. Hardy trying to keep this game alive against Aceves. Here's the 3-2 delivery. And Hardy, a ground ball to short. Aviles up, Bobble gets it and gets the out. And the Red Sox will take game 1 as they win it 8-6. Miller 1-0. The winner, Greg 2-2. The loser, Aceves, gets his 10th save as the Orioles had chances late, not quite. And the Red Sox win it by 2. Tomorrow, game 2. Brian Mattis on the mound against Felix Dubrow. Coverage begins 6:30 on Masson 2 with those extra presented by Jeep. Our game at 7. For Mike Mordick and all of our crew, I'm Gary Thorne. Thanks, everybody. Final score in this one, the Red Sox 8 and the Orioles 6. This has been a Masson presentation. Jim and Rick, O's Extra, coming up right after this short break. Have a great one. Adieu.